The following is a presentation of KNED Sports.
Live McAlester Buffalo Baseball is on the air. Today's game is being brought to you by Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank N.A., Fenton Nissan, Wallace Properties, S&S Outdoor Services, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of McAlester, Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, Vickers Power Sports, Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, Lee Auto Sales, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, First Realty Inc., Mill Creek Carpet and Tile, and Kennedy Eye Care. Now, stay tuned for live Buffalo baseball. And now, the voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green.
Like a beacon on a hilltop, surprise Arizona breezes furled the black and gold. Hello and welcome to the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona. We're on the outskirts of it, northwest Phoenix in Surprise, Arizona, where the McAlester Buffaloes are beginning the Best of the West Festival back here after they were here 2 years ago, where they went 2-2 in that festival. They begin a whole new stretch here this week with a 10 a.m. game local time, noon for you in Oklahoma if you're listening from the Sooner State. We are here in the Grand Canyon State, where our first game of the festival is the Chaparral Wolverines of Colorado and your McAlester Buffaloes. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, coming to you live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, as well as online at McAlsterRadio.com. So it's going to be a warm one this week. I know that it is freezing in McAlester, Oklahoma, but it will be a warm one this week in Arizona. Our high today is 91 degrees, but by first pitch time today, it should be around 79. Again, we are lucky getting a morning game here for our first game of the tournament. But by Wednesday, our first pitch time should have a temperature of 101. So we are trying to keep things cool. And if you're wondering why we're not video streaming, I don't have a press box and we're out in the heat, and that is why. I'll be lucky if I can keep a lot of our radio equipment cool as well, but I'm doing my best to block it from the shade. It is blaring right into the sunny blue skies in Arizona. To the north, wind is blowing out to the right. Not too strong at about 8 miles per hour. We're hoping that we keep that breeze. And for the McAlester fans that have made the over 1,100-mile drive, they made sure that they packed their sunscreen this week as well. But McAlester, they're 3-6 on the season, 6-game losing streak, but they have played a lot of really good teams in that 6-game losing streak. A team that has outscored their opponents 40-10 so far in their first 2 weeks, and 9 of those runs came in one game against a 6A school that's destined to go right back to the state tournament in 6A. That was for the Mount St. Mary Rockets, and then you had Colbert, the number 6 team in Class 2A. Then you go to the week after that, you have Silo that had a team ERA of 1.77 from last spring and 1.03 from when they were state semifinalists in the fall. Bing won the state championship in the fall behind a 13-1 victory over Tushka, who is the number 1 team in Class 2A this year. McAlester had to go to extra innings with them. And then you play Life Prep, who was scrimmaging colleges in the February month. And then, of course, Carl Albert, where it was a 2-1 game going to the top of the 7th inning, and McAlester was maybe one hit, one pitch away from upsetting the Carl Albert Titans, who was outscoring opponents 84-5 coming into that day as well. So the Buffaloes have been playing a lot of big-time opponents, but also they've been putting themselves behind the 8 ball to their own fault because they are walking too many batters. They're starting too many counts, 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, and because of those counts, it's leading to these good teams being able to find good pitches and teeing off. When McAlester gets into the part of their schedule where they play the Tulsa Memorials or some classes or some schools that had a big graduating class from a year ago, when they get to those teams, you're going to be able to get away with those pitches on 3-1 and 2-0. But you won't do that against teams that we've been playing here as of late, and that includes the Chaparral Wolverines out of Colorado. They were 14-11 last year in 4th place in the Continental League, where they were just 1 game away from being 4 in a row regional champions. Again, they made it to the Region 3 title where they came and lost to Arvadia West, and that broke up what would have been a 4-peat for the Chaparral Wolverines. So far this year, they're 1-1. They beat Fort Collins 8-2, and they started off the Best of the West Festival on Saturday. They lost to Liberty out of Peoria, Arizona, 9-8 on Saturday. For the Wolverines, their history, again, 4-time Continental League champions. There were 10-time state tournament appearances, and they have a big state tournament. So when they get to the Final Four, that is a big deal, and they've been to the Final Four in 2006 and 2022. They have 7 guys already committed to go play at the next level, and one of them is going to New Mexico. So we will be speaking on their individual players in a bit, but for McAlester, they are looking to break the string of what has been some tough pitching so far. Lucas Johns, he had a excellent outing. We'll talk about him when he gets onto the bump today. He's your starting pitcher for the McAlester Buffaloes. But he had a rough first inning against Silo a week ago where he gave up 8 runs. After that, he was lights out. 1 hit, 6 strikeouts those 2nd through 6th innings. And if he can be like that today underneath this Arizona sun, I think that he's going to be hard to hit for the Chaparral Wolverines. So we are excited to see what we have in store for today, and if McAlester can break this losing streak and get a big win against one of the tougher opponents that they're playing, and that's saying a lot in the month of March. So we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll look at your starting lineups. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here from Arizona on KNED.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with a Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This March, skip the gimmicks. You don't need the luck of the Irish at Fitton Nissan because we do business the right way. Every vehicle is clearly priced online with no surprises and no games. Just honest pricing, a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, low interest rates, and exceptional customer service. Come see us at Fitton Nissan, where your pot of gold is waiting. Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fitton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fittonnissan.com.
Wallace Properties is a proud sponsor of McAlester Baseball. We consistently invest in McAlester and have for over 40 years. From retail growth to new development, Wallace Properties is excited to help bring academy sports and outdoors to our community. Strong communities and strong teams are built with vision. Wallace Properties, building what's next for McAlester.
S&S Outdoor Services serves McAlester and the surrounding areas. We do leaf cleanup, lawn care, construction, and French drains. We provide tree trimming and removal, landscaping, land clearing, and dirt work services throughout southeast Oklahoma. We also sell firewood. S&S Outdoor Services in McAlester is a family-owned and operated business with 10 years experience. We are insured, licensed, and bonded. Call 405-760-4194. Welcome back to Surprise, Arizona, here in the Best of the West Festival, Day 1, Game 1 for the McAlester Buffaloes. They're wearing their black jerseys today with the black pants and the gold interlocking MB, black caps with the black bills. As for the Chaparral Wolverines, 1-1 on the year, they're wearing their, looks like navy blue jerseys with the red numerals on the front and back. As far as their pants, gray, and for their caps, those Navy caps as well. So as we have a meeting of the minds at home plate between head coach Justin Mullins of McAlester and Alan DiGiosio of the Chaparral Wolverines. This is what it looks like 1 through 9. With your starting lineups brought to you by Consignment Exchange. Visit Consignment Exchange for gently used furniture and new mattresses at great prices. So for the Wolverines, again 1-1, 1 through 9 looks like this. Leading it off, center fielder number 7, Colton Paminter in center. Batting second, the second baseman, number 3, Carson Monroe at second. Batting third, the right fielder, number 9, Tommy Humphrey in right. Batting cleanup, playing first base, number 2, Beckett Bacon at first base. At the other corner, third baseman, number 1, Madden Kretzer batting fifth, playing the hot corner. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 6, Kendrick Parrell at short. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 29, Carter Adams the DH for the pitcher, number 15, Kane Morris on the bump. Batting 8th, playing left field, number 30, Breck Johnson. Johnson in left, and rounding out the starting 9 for the Wolverines behind the dish today, the catcher, number 10, Luke Williams. Now for the 1 through 9 for McAlester, 3 and 6 on the year. Leading it off will be the catcher, number 2, Jackson McKinney. McKinney behind the plate. Batting 2nd, playing second base, number 1, Grant Mullins. Mullins at 2nd. Batting 3rd, the shortstop, number 21, Denver Durant. Durant at short. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 14, Cole Lavis. Lavis at 1st. Batting 5th, playing center field, number 6, Blake Judkins. Judkins in straightaway center. Batting 6th, playing left field, number 5, Blade Smith. Smith in left. Batting 7th, playing third base today, number 7, Brody Parker. Parker at the hot corner. Batting 8th, the designated hitter, number 24, Langston Uyghur. Uyghur, the DH for the pitcher, number 22, Lucas Johns. Johns on the bump. And batting 9th, playing right field, number 4, Gavin Brumley. Brumley in right. So those are your starting 9. The McAlester Buffaloes will be the home team on the scoreboard today, and we're about to have our national anthem as we are at the first game of the day, 10 a.m. local time here in Arizona. I'll send it now down to the field for the playing of our anthem. So not often do you get a military flyover here before your baseball game, but since we are again near an Air Force base, we got a pretty cool military flyover here in Surprise, Arizona. Also, just next door is the spring training facility and the home field of the Texas Rangers. So the McAlester Buffaloes will be going to a Texas Rangers spring training game shortly later on today, but for right now they take the field looking for a win themselves. Let's look around the diamond for the McAlester Buffaloes. Lavis at first, Mullins at second, Durand at short, Parker at third. In the outfield, Smith in left, Judkins in center, Brumley in right, and the battery for the Buffs, and McKinney behind the plate, and Lucas Johns on the mound, who has a 1-1 record. The Southpaw has pitched in a team-leading 10 innings pitched, 9.80 ERA. Now that is high, and I get that, but that also comes with an asterisk. Most of those runs were given up in the first innings of both of his outings. When he has gotten into a rhythm, he has been the hardest pitcher to hit on the McAlester Buffalo pitching staff. He has struck out a team-leading 11. He has walked 6. He has had 4 hit-by pitches. If he can figure out the zone, he is McAllister's toughest pitcher to hit. Historically, at least over the last couple of years. He was the team leader in batting average against a year ago. This year so far at 300, but he's faced Silo. A lot of the hits came against Shawnee as well, but again, he was leaving a lot over the middle of the plate, or he was starting off counts 2-0 to where he had to put it in the middle of the plate. But coincidentally, he's like third on the team in first pitch strikes at 58%. So he will toe the rubber and get ready to go. Again, McAlester, the home team today. Now, something is starting to stick a little bit more. Instead of coin tosses, McAlester was speaking about how in Collinsville they were doing a fungo off. Whoever can get a ball closest to the second base bag, hitting a fungo over towards second base, would be able to get the home team. Well, Chaparral said, hey, how about we do a pop-up at home plate? Trent Homer's like, yeah, let's go for it. They do the pop-up. Trent landed it about a foot to the right of the left-handed batter's box. It was nailed, and that's why McAlester gets to be the home team today. But we're about to have first pitch also. That is brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hatco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, Shakota Wholesale Feed Company in Shakota, and Apex Feed in Wilburton for all of your spring feeding program needs. There's the handshake between McKinney and the home plate umpire. Two umpires set today, one at home and one at first base. Digging into the box, the center fielder, number 7, Colton Pamanter. He is ready. Johns is ready. He'll be working out the stretch. Coming set, setting up down the middle of the plate is McKinney. And here's the first pitch of the day, and it's going to be a chopper. High hop towards Durant at the second base back. Throws on the run to first in time for out number 1. One pitch, one out. And first pitch time today, smack dab at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. 10 a.m. first pitch time. And a nice play by Denver Durant. Roamed over to the second base bag, was able to grab it right behind the second base bag and throw on the run a strike, and a pretty nice stretch by Levis at first base to record the first out. That brings up Carson Monroe. Monroe is a New Mexico commit. He was the D1 athlete that I was speaking about. He digs into the right-handed batter's box to face Johns. Johns with nobody on, one out after one pitch. Next pitch, fastball low and inside for ball 1. Also, forgive me a bit. This will be the first time this season that I've called a game from field level, so I'll do my best to be able to get you guys a good distance on where a ball will be traveling into the outfield. 1-0 pitch, lined right and foul. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Also, I don't have the best view of the strike zone compared to my first 9 games, so I can't dig on the umpire too much. Count even at 1-1. Scoreboard is also not working here today in left field, so have to keep up with that myself. 1-1 pitch, curveball that misses the letters, and I'll be moving the count to 2-1. Wind, when it is blowing out to right field, but it shouldn't make much of a difference today. At the highest, 8 miles per hour today for the wind. 2-1 from Johns. It misses way outside into the left-handed batter's box against the righty Monroe, and the count moves now to 3-1. Let us know where you're listening from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that is Twitter at Buff Sports Radio, or on Facebook, facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Johns lifts and deals the pitch way high and way outside. Deep backstop here today, so McKinney will go track that down, but it is going to be a 1-out walk to Carson Monroe. That brings up the right fielder, number 9, Tommy Humphrey. Now, speaking of an Air Force base being right nearby, he is a Air Force commit, batting out the 3 spot. Every once in a while, you're going to be able to hear that jet flying by. We've been hearing them about 15-minute intervals today. Runner at first with 1 down, top of the first inning, no score. Buffalo's the home team. Johns kicks and deals the pitch. Fastball misses the letters. Not a bad spot, though. And the count begins at 1-0. We have not had a called strike so far today. Now through 2.5 at-bats. Another righty in the lineup. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice tail on that fastball. A lot of air from the Air Force commit. Moves the count to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Obviously brings a heavy bat, though, batting out of the 3 spot over at third base. Parker is playing just a bit ahead of the third base bag. Pick off the first. Goes wide right, but Levis is able to snag that, snow cone it, and give it back to Lucas Johns. All natural field today, and it looks beautiful. Next pitch. Way outside. Moving ahead in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike is Tommy Humphrey. So there's dirt that goes all the way around the diamond. Home, the line down to first, of course the infield dirt, and the line down from third to home. No dimensions shown here at Willow Canyon High School. Next pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball. Count goes to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 down, top of the first, and a runner at first base and no score. But yeah, natural field here at Willow Canyon High School. That's in Surprise, Arizona, as the Buffs face Chaparral High School out of Colorado. 2-2. Runs inside, and it hits the batter. This is McAllister's issue that they have had, for whatever reason, up and down the pitching staff, save 1 or 2 pitchers. Has been free passes. If McAllister could cut even half of the free passes down that they have given up this year, you're looking at a 6-3 team at least. I mean, I think you beat Bing if you throw strikes. I think you beat Silo if you threw strikes. You definitely would have beat Carl Albert, and even then, that wasn't really the biggest issue for McAllister. They faced their ace, and they still almost beat him despite giving up 9 free passes in that game. There's the second of the first inning. Runners at first and second with 1 down for the lefty Beckett Bacon. First pitch to Bacon. Outside, ball one. McAllister's pitching staff has an inflated ERA of 8.48 so far. Last year they ended it at 4.16 as a team. But it's because of the free passes. They have struck out 56 batters. They've given up 64 free passes. That is walks and hit by pitches combined. Runner at second wants to break early. He does not go. Curveball, late delay, throw down to third base. He's stuck in the mud. They call him safe. Jackson McKinney delivered a dart, and it was a perfect tag by Brody Parker, and the field umpire just flat out missed it. He was stuck out in the mud. Easy call, and the field umpire just completely blew it. Runner at first did not take off. That was a late delay, too. That is bad. And the count is 2-0. That should have been an out, and now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. When you're facing a team like Chaparral and how good they are, just like Carl Albert, you're going to want to every run. I mean, you're not going to probably find yourself in a high-scoring game with this team. And there's a conversation being had between the home plate umpire and Jackson McKinney. McKinney tells McKinney to go have a word with Johns. It could be about the pitch clock. I'm not sure. This could be a warning on the pitch clock. There's a pitch clock of 20 seconds. Because in Arizona, they do have a pitch clock, but you don't see the clock anywhere on the field. You have to keep an internal time, which can be hard for a pitcher because you really don't know how much time you have. And for Johns, he does take a little bit more time because he goes out the stretch even when he's got no one on. So runners at the corners with one down. Should be two, but that's neither here nor there. Next pitch from Johns, misses outside. I believe the count's at 3-0. Again, no scoreboard working here today. 2-1. So one of them was called a strike. 2-1 is the count to Beckett Bacon. What a strike from McKinney. That stolen base is going to have a star next to it. 2-1 pitch. Way outside, ball three. And McAllister is one pitch away from loading up the bases on free passes. And it's been a sign that it's been just all too familiar here over the last 7 days. John's trying to work back. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball up and inside, ball four. We have Natalie Russell tuning in, says, "Go Buffaloes," listening from my desk at work. Thank you for checking in, Natalie. Buffaloes have to get themselves out of a jam here. Bases loaded and one down. After a one pitch out, it has gone walk, hit by pitch, walk. Brings up Madden Kretzer. He'll be going to the College of San Mateo in California. 7 out of their 9 in the starting lineup committed to go somewhere. First pitch. Oh, man, hit off of McKinney. And that did not hit off of any part of the padding. It hit off of his thigh. You could hear that hit the bone. Off the top of the bat, right to the right thigh. McKinney goes down to a knee, now steps up and tries to walk it off. But that is going to hurt. Man. So immediately someone from Willow Canyon comes out to go speak with McKinney to make sure he's okay. Coach Mullins comes out as well to look at him. I believe that hit off that right thigh. That's where it looked like it hit. Yeah, McKinney is squatting up and down just to try to work it out, but that is going to be a bruise. He's just going to play catch now with Johns again, just trying to work it out here. He already missed the whole first week of the year behind the plate. He still played left field, but he missed the whole first week of the season due to a left thumb injury on his catching hand. McKinney's a tough cookie. He'll be back behind the plate, but he is going to feel that for sure. He's got to be tough here with the bases loaded. One down, deep backstop here in Surprise. Next pitch, curveball popped up and out of play. And Johns, with the most pressure that he's had so far in this short outing, has delivered 2 straight strikes on a fastball and a curveball. Goes without saying, a strikeout here of Kretzer would be gigantic. Corner infielders are in on the infield grass. Middle infielders back in their original double play depth. should one get rolled to them. Johns comes set. Count 0-2 and the pitch. Fastball, curveball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Fooled me, Lucas Johns. As it was dropped by McKinney, doesn't matter because every base is occupied, and that's out number 2. Huge strikeout from Lucas Johns. That one floated in the air like a butterfly. And that brings up Kendrick Parrell. Buffalo's trying to escape an early jam. 3 straight strikes there from Lucas Johns on that at-bat. Talk about buckling down. Bases loaded, 2 down. Top of the first, no score. Johns' first pitch. Fastball low and in. Ball 1. Been all righty lineup so far for the Wolverines. It's gone ground out, walk, hit by pitch, walk, strikeout. Johns trying to get his signs from McKinney. McKinney attempting to get it from the first base dugout. Count 1-0. Johns kicks and deals the pitch. Ground ball right side into the gap, into the right field area. Fielding it will be Brumley. 1 run is scored. Brumley throws home. Past the cutoff man, and it'll be a 2 RBI single. Now McKinney sails it into the outfield. And the throw back home is not going to be in time. 3-run score on a 2 RBI single from Kendrick Parrell, advancing to second on an E2. Nice strike by Parrell. And McAlester trails early, 3-0 in the first inning. Also got Casey and Nathan tuning in from Oklahoma in 30-degree weather. It says go Blade and go Buffs. Thank you guys for checking in. Yeah, difference in 50 degrees 2 states over. Buffalo's in the hole early, 3-0 after what essentially is a bases-clearing base hit assisted by an error. As Carter Adams comes up, spin to second base. Again, McAlester got to keep in mind that even when you're out of the stretch and you're trying to get your relay in from your pitching coach, Troy Meadows, in the dugout, you got to be quick with it with the pitch count. Johns looks at second a couple of times, lifts the leg, and deals the pitch. Fastball, lower inner half of the plate for strike 1 on Adams. No balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Another team that takes advantage of the free passes given up. Next pitch, curveball. Got to be a strike. You got to call that a strike. That crosses the letters at the letters on a curveball. I feel like Johns has been kind of squeezed so far in the zone, and also McAlester should have already been out of this inning, and you count a caught stealing at third base. Not very good to start the day today. Johns spins to second base, but back in standing. Thing is, I think the home plate umpire can probably hear me, but if you ever seen a radio guy get ejected, we're going to find out. Johns gets the signs, comes set. Here's the next pitch. Fastball that runs inside. I believe the count's now at 2-1. And attempting to keep up with it manually here, and it is 2-1. 7th batter coming up, or at the plate right now for the Wolverines. And a 3-0 score. Chaparral already leading. And the next pitch. Flied over to right. Will it stay fair? Roaming over is Brumley, and it tails foul. Count goes to the same number that Lucas Johns wears on his back, 2-2. I think if that wind, again, wind's not making much of a difference here today. It is blowing out to the right field foul line, but it's on and off. I'd say right now it's about at a 6 to 7 mile per hour wind. Johns looking to keep the damage at 3. The 2-2 pitch. That one misses high. The count will go to full at 3-2. Johns gets the signs from McKinney. Payoff pitch coming up with a base open at first. Runner takes off with the pitch. The pitch is inside. Another walk. Third walk of the inning here for the Buffs. It's got to be figured out. If McAlester is going to have to compete, if they want to find themselves into the state tournament area to get back there for the first time since 2022, they have got to be able to fill the zone. And it's not a Johns issue. I know that he's having an issue here in the first inning. I don't want to say that. It has been a pitching staff issue. Guys that usually don't have issues throwing strikes have had issues throwing strikes in the last 8 days. 8th batter up, Breck Johnson. First pitch outside, ball 1. Runners at the corners with 2 down. 3-0 score. But it's been a long first inning already. He's got about 15 minutes here. Johns comes set, lifts the leg and deals the pitch. Fastball inside, runner takes off late. Here's the throw down to second. This one is a tag. He did not get home first. Run will not count. The tag by Mullins was applied before the runner came home from third. That time it's a caught stealing, and the Buffaloes will escape the inning with just 3 runs to their name. But that was 3 runs on 4 free passes, 1 hit, and 1 error. That was in the top of the first inning. So McAlester trails 3-0 early. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
McAlester, listen up. Patriot Dodge in McAlester is under new management. If your vehicle hasn't been serviced here in over a year or you've never been here, your next oil change is free. That's right, free. Gas, diesel, any vehicle. No catch-22. No fine print games. This is real customer appreciation. At Patriot Dodge, we live by this. We can replace cars. We can replace money, but we can't replace people, and you matter to us. New management, new energy, free oil change. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in McAlester.
Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, your #1 choice in septic and excavation needs. We offer septic install, aerobics, lagoons, water and sewer installation, and leak repairs, trenches, irrigation lines, or dirt work of any kind. Aquaholic Septic and Excavation is family owned and operated. Call us today at 918-210-7115 or look us up on Facebook for a free quote. Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, great work at an honest price.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, land soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit, finish, and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Welcome back to Willow Canyon High School here in Surprise, Arizona. Brandon Green here, bringing you McAlester Baseball for the week and for the entire season. This is the first of 4 games McAlester will play this week. They play 1 today, a doubleheader tomorrow, and then they play a final game on Wednesday. So the McAlester Buffaloes will send up to the plate Jackson McKinney. Facing Kane Morris, will go around the diamond for Chaparral here in just a moment. McAlester, the home team, down 3-0 after the top of the first inning. Jackson McKinney will greet Morris. Morris, the righty, winds and deals first pitch. It's a high fly ball, or ground ball rather, left side. Thrown over to first base. Digging it out is the first baseman, Bacon, for out number 1. Again, ground ball, my bad. Again, it's hard to be able to read it off the bat, and I'm in a line to where I thought that was struck in the air. So calling it from ground level here today. 6-3 ground out in the first pitch for Morris, and that is out number 1. Same way that Lucas John started off his day. So Grant Mullins will now dig into the box. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first. Buffaloes trailing 3-0. The windup from Morris and the pitch. Curveball, and there's strike 1. Around the diamond, you have Bacon at first, Monroe at second, Parrell at short, Gretzer at third. In the outfield, Johnson in left, Pameter in center, Humphrey in right. 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses low. Will now be ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the battery for the Wolverines today is Williams behind the plate and Morris on the mound. Morris winds and deals, and the 1-1 pitch to Mullins is a line drive over the leaping glove of the first baseman, Bacon. It'll be a 1-out single for Grant Mullins, who stays hot. Mullins had a 1-for-4 Collinsville Festival. He has had a hit in every game but 2 for McAlester so far this season. He had 1 of the 3 hits against Carl Albert back on Friday. So Mullins, the team leader in batting average, has just upped it from 481 to near 500. That brings up Denver Durant. No dimensions here at Willow Canyon High School's field, but I would say it's more of a pitcher-friendly park. It does look like it's a little bit deeper out there. Also, like I said, a beautiful all-natural field here. Outfield grass, infield grass, all-around dirt. Waiting for the first pitch to Durant. Here it is from Morris. Fastball, perfect location, low outside, called strike 1. Runner at first base with one down. 3-0 McAlester deficit, looking to battle back in it. McAlster's had a pretty hot start to their season offensively, batting .325. It was near .350 before the Carl Albert game. Here's a fly ball to shallow left field. Might be trouble. Going back to the shortstop and making the catch, staring up into the sun, is Peril. That'll be out number 2. Looks like it might dunk like a donut into the 6-7 gap, but it did not. That goes to Cole Labus now. Labus did not have a hit in the Collinsville Festival. He went 0 for 4 but had an RBI sac fly. It has been a quick inning thus far for Kane Morris. 2 of his outs were recorded on 3 pitches, and then that single by Mullins. Outfield shifted to the right. First pitch. Curveball. Called strike that looked below the knees of Labus. Count goes to 0-1. Labus on the year is batting .333, has an on-base percentage of .367. That looked like a balk. Coming set. Morris kind of twitched there for a moment. Takes a pause and pitches. Here's another line drive down the right field line. This will land. Will it be fair? Yes, it will! Past the diving glove of Humphrey. Mullins on his horse. Rounds third. Deep into the corner. It's finally retrieved. Mullins will score. And getting into third base is Cole Labus with the stand-up triple. Well-placed line drive down the right field line, and McAlester has made it a 3-1 game. Excellent attempt. Humphrey just came up a little bit short, and we told you how deep it is, especially over in right field. That went way into the corner. And Labus with a 2-out triple, RBI triple, has made it a 3-1 game. And Blake Judkins, he represents a tying run here in the bottom of the first. He is batting .435 here in his junior campaign. 9 RBI, .545 batting averages with runners in scoring, which is a team lead. Well, he has a runner in scoring position in Cole Labus with 2 down. McAllister's loved it to the right side of the field so far. They've been patient with their at-bats, at least when it came to driving it the other way. This first pitch is, again, driven the other way, but well foul for strike 1. There's a big gap in left center field if Morris does go to the inner part of the plate. He's been wanting to go outside all these right-handed batters so far. If he goes inside and you can drive it to left center, that could be another rolling all the way to the fence. 0-1 to Judkins. Fastball that misses. Looks like a bit inside, and the count is now 1-1. So 3-1 score. 2 down. Even count, 1-1 with Labus at third. Morris pauses, looks over at third base, out of the stretch with the runner at third. Next pitch curveball is a beauty. 12-6 break. Called strike 2. Judkins in the Collinsville Festival was 2 for 6 with 2 RBI. Only guy that had more RBI than him was Blade Smith, and he is on deck. Trying to battle back from 1-2. Morris looking to leave the runner stranded. The 1-2 delivery. Curveball, swing and a miss for strike 3. So McAlester down 3-1, but they do get that run back with an RBI triple from Cole Labus. McAlester still needs to make a little bit of a comeback here. 3-1 is the score just through 1 inning of play. We head to the second. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Are you waking up tired or sore every morning?
Oh, my back!
It may be time for a new mattress. Right now, during our mega tax refund sale at Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, you can buy a king mattress and pay the queen price, or buy a queen mattress and pay the full-size mattress price. Plus, we offer no credit-needed financing and fast delivery. Family owned and operated since 1989. We are here to help you find the right mattress for your body and your budget. Find us on Facebook, Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in beautiful McAlester.
Lee Auto Sales. We buy, sell, and trade. Super prices, easy terms, and fast approval. Choose the dealer who cares. Choose Lee Auto Sales. We finance and we have the largest used car inventory in McAlester.
Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude?
Come by 2431 North George Nye Expressway in McAlester and let us show you why we have been voted the #1 choice for the best pre-owned car lot. Lee Auto Sales. We sell quality, not quantity. Let us help you. Call 918-423-7887. Visit us online at leautosalesok.com. So go see Chan the man. Who can? Chan can.
Tax season's here, but high energy bills can swoop in and steal your refund before you can even enjoy it. When your system's outdated, those high bills just keep adding up. That's when you know it's time for a change. Save up to $2,400 on a new system, $1,000 off new system installations, plus up to $1,400 off qualifying PSO equipment. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare.
More people tuning in here to McAlester Baseball in the Grand Canyon State. A lot of different nicknames for Arizona, but we have Mary Martin tuning in. She says, listening, and says, enjoy listening. Says, good job, Brandon. Well, Buffaloes are down right now 3-1 to the top of the second inning. We thank you to everyone who's tuning in during the middle of your workday on a Monday during spring break to check in on McAlester Baseball. It's our privilege to bring it to you. John's first pitch of the top of the second is a called strike to Breck Johnson. His at-bat was cut a little short in the first inning after a caught stealing by Jackson McKinney, nailing it to Grant Mullins. 0-1 pitch from Johns. Fouled off. Was that off of McKinney again? It was off of somebody. I think it might have been off of the home plate umpire. Again, both those guys tough as nails so far early. Again, McKinney took one off the upper thigh, and you could hear it hit the bone. He walked around a bit. He's back in here for his second inning of work. John's way ahead, the 0-2 pitch. And that one just fouled off. So John's right back in the zone. Team down 3-1. Top of the second with nobody out. Mentioning all the different nicknames for Arizona, it's called the Grand Canyon State, also the Copper State. Phoenix is just known as the Valley of the Sun. So here's the 0-2 from Johns. Fastball, good location on a two-strike pitch, but better eye there by Breck Johnson, does not go after it, and the count is now at 1-2. And also, it's known as the Valentine State, and you might be wondering why. Well, it's because it became a state. Arizona became a state on Valentine's Day, 1912. 1-2 pitch. That curveball did not leave the hand right of Johns, and it goes into the left-handed batter's box. All righties so far for the Chaparral Wolverines. I take that back, all but one. The only lefty we've had has been Beckett Bacon. He drew a walk earlier. Count 2-2. Johns delivers. This is popped backwards and staying alive like the Bee Gees is Breck Johnson. Count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Already running out of baseballs here. Having to play UPS is Luke Williams. He made the special delivery to the home plate umpire for more baseballs. Count at 2-2. There's the wave from the home plate umpire that says pitch count begins. Pitch clock begins. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss with the heater for strike 3. Got him on the upstairs cheddar. And that is out number 1. Sit him down, throw it around. 1 down here in the top of the second inning. Told you Johns is so hard to hit if he is staying right there around the corners because he doesn't usually leave a lot over the middle of the plate anyway. He's not that kind of pitcher. But when he is in the zone, he is living on the edge. So last year, a team best 219 batting average against him. Just got to stay ahead of counts. 9-hole batter up. Luke Williams, first pitch to him. Pops it up. It's a pop-up straight up to McKinney, who's still looking for it. It's going to land harmlessly about 5 feet from him. He couldn't find it. Second life here for Williams. As he popped it up, he was looking around and McKinney's eyes went straight into the sun. Hardly any cloud cover here in Arizona, and as McKinney looked up, he just could not find it. That is why that is such a hard play to make. I think Johns thought that McKinney had it himself. Didn't land too far away from the home plate area, but again, when that ball goes straight up into the air like that, as a catcher, you got to remove your hat, look up into the sky, and see if you can find it. And his eyes went straight into sun. Next pitch, fastball misses high. Wind slightly blowing in from left field. An apology if I forget about the count sometimes. We do not have a working scoreboard so far today. Next pitch, fouled straight back, but now I definitely know that there's 2 strikes on Luke Williams. Count's either 1-2 or 2-2. 1-2. 1-2 is the count now to Williams. 1 down, nobody on. Top of the second. Chaparral leads 3-1 over McAlester here in the opening game for McAlester at the Best of the West Festival. Next pitch. Changeup. Best one of the day. Did he go around? No. McAlester fans don't agree with that. I agree with the call. I think that was a good call by both the home plate umpire and the first base umpire not to immediately ring him up. I think the hands went a little bit forward. That barrel never really went around. Good pitch. Great pitch. Just did not go around. 2-2 from Johns. Popped up again, this time well out of play. Another tough battle here between a Chaparral batter and Lucas Johns, who's able to strike out Breck Johnson on a 2-2 pitch in the previous at-bat. Can he do it to Luke Williams out of the 9 spot? 2-2. Ground ball down the third base line. Splits the head coach, DiGiosio, and Brody Parker. Speaking of which, let's talk about their head coach, Alan DiGiosio. I cannot say that 5 times fast. I have to really slow it down if I'm going to say his name. But he's been 11 years as a head coach at Chaparral. But he's also been at Chaparral for 21 years. 2-2. Soft line drive. Center field. Judkins coming in, crashing in, makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Lucas Johns on so far what is a nice bounce back inning. But it does bring up the top of the order. Colton Paminter grounded out to short on a chopper that went in front of the second base bag, and a nice roaming play by Denver Durant retired him on the first pitch of the game. So DiGiosio was an assistant coach for 11 years before he ended up getting the head coaching job, and he has done a fantastic job with Chaparral. Like I said, took him to the Final Four back in 2022. First pitch. In on the hands, lining it to the right is laid on it was Paminter for strike 1. Nobody on, 2 down. Top of the second. Again, score is 3-1 Chaparral. Yeah, state tournaments work a little bit differently in Arizona than it works in surely I didn't miss a pitch there. I think that we're just getting new baseballs in. Works totally different than it does in Oklahoma because there's just so many different, well, they're Colorado, but it works differently in Colorado as well. You have so many different schools around the Denver metro area. You have to win your region. So here's the next pitch. Softly hit ground ball to the second baseman. Mullen stays down on it. Flips to first base. It's wide, and it's going to be an E4. Wide left of Cole Labus, and the runner strolls into second base, what should have been a 3-up, 3-down inning. Inning continues on the E4. Fielded it fine, but the flip over to first base, just wide left. It's McAllister's second error in 2 innings. Brings up Carson Monroe. But it also allows me to kind of finish up my thought. The state tournament in Colorado is huge. Making the Final Four is a little bit different than when you go to the quarterfinals and you're in the top 8 in the state of Oklahoma. You have to win quite a few games to get to the Final Four. First pitch fastball runs inside on Carson Monroe, the New Mexico commit. That's what I'm talking about, though, when it comes to the Buffs. They have been just shooting themselves in the foot. They have the talent, and they have, so far, the quality at bats to beat these top teams in the state of Oklahoma. They have just been not doing the routine things right. 1-0 pitch. Ooh, that might be a makeup. That was well low and inside. They give him a called strike, but we will take it after the first inning that we had. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Monroe worked a walk back in that first inning. Second time through the order for the Wolverines. Runner at second with 2 down. 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. You might have heard that hit off of the fencing here. And John's ahead in the count 1-2. Buffalo's trying to make sure that E4 does not come back to bite them. Outfield is playing average depth, average positioning. I'd say that right field area is deep. I'm talking maybe 400 feet. That's a big right field area. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses up and out. Count goes to 2-2. Left field does not look that bad. Again, we don't have any dimensions here. There is a batter's eye in straightaway center field where the fence elevates. You can rob a home run here if you're an outfielder. That's how low the fencing is until you get to the center field wall. Count 2-2 to the 2-hole batter, Monroe. Deuces wild and the pitch. Curveball, caught the outer half, called strike 3. Like Bob Ross, happy little trees painting the corners. That is out number 3, and McAlester will send it to the bottom of the second inning and leave that runner stranded at second. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. If it's on the market, you'll find it at first-realty.net. If you have any questions, call us at 918-423-3122.
Mill Creek Carpet and Tile is ready to help you elevate the aesthetics of your home. We have a huge selection to accentuate every surface. Whether it's new floors, countertops, or the custom backsplash you were dreaming of, Mill Creek has you covered. Check out our signature value, Karastan and Shaw Flooring. We offer 0% financing with approved credit. Shop local and get it done right. Our staff is ready to help you turn your vision into reality. Mill Creek Carpet and Tile, 1316 East Carl Albert Parkway, McAlester. Are you squinting to read signs while driving? Having trouble seeing clearly at night? It's time to focus on your vision behind the wheel with Kennedy Eye Care. Issues like nearsightedness, astigmatism, glare sensitivity, or poor night vision can hinder your ability to read signs, judge distance, and react quickly. Let us take care of your changing vision so you can focus on the road ahead. Schedule your eye exam today by giving us a call at 918-429-1400. Kennedy Eye Care, where your vision is our focus. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Hey, it's Sam from St. Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula, and it is truck month. It's the perfect time for an F-150, 250, or 350, like a crew cab F-150 STX with a 12-inch screen, 20-inch wheels, blackout package, and don't forget oil change for life. Come see us in McAlester or Eufaula. Delivery is free at St. Wampler's Freedom Ford, and let us make it happen for you.
Bottom of the second inning in Surprise, Arizona, just on the outskirts of Phoenix. The McAlester Buffaloes trail 3-1 to the Chaparral Wolverines. Wolverines looking to get to 2-1 on the year. Buffaloes looking to break a 6-game losing streak after beginning the season 3-0. Blade Smith leads off the bottom of the second for the Buffaloes. First pitch from Morris is lined over to right center field. Will it hop in? Nope. It's going to lay up in the air long enough for Humphrey to get into his left-handed glove for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Kane Morris again, who is working well with this pitch count. And it brings up the third baseman, number 7, Brody Parker. McAllister's run came from a single by Mullins and then an RBI triple by Cole Lapis down the right field line. That rolled all the way into the corner of the fence. First pitch now to Parker is a curveball right at the knees. Perfect spot for strike 1. So nobody on the base pass for the Buffaloes. Bottom of the second, down 3-1, 1 down. Get all that? Morris, next pitch. Back to the curveball. This one's just a little bit lower. It's a good spot to try to get a swing and a miss from Parker, but Parker with a good eye. Parker on the year batting .333, .379 on base percentage. 1-1 pitch. Goes back with the fastball. Slow roller to the second baseman. Fields quickly, throws it to first base in time. And it's a quick 2-up, 2 down for Morris. Brings up Langston Weegar. Weegar on the season, a .211 batting average. In the Collinsville Festival, he did go 1 for 4. He was also hit by a pitch. .375 on base percentage. He has 5 RBI, and he does have a home run that he had back in the Best of Texas, or whatever that tournament was called. Curveball catches the lower outside corner for strike 1. I think it was the Red River Showdown is what we called that. 0-1 pitch. Back to the curveball. It's working for Moore. It's that 12-6 break now from the outer half to the inner half. And Weegar, before he can blink, is down 0-2. Moore is looking for the 3-up, 3-down inning. He's shaking off his catcher now, Williams. He has a pitch in mind. Here's the 0-2 pitch to the fastball. Looked like it almost went right through the glove. This is the outer half, and that'll be ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weegar out of the 8 spot. Looking to spark a 2-out rally. Morris with the curveball misses outside. Weegar did not go around. He gave it a second thought, but not a third. The count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Uyghur with home run power at any given moment if he can get a hold of one. 2-2 from Morris. Back to the fastball. Late on it is Uyghur. Flies it down the right field line and deep, but well foul. Humphrey gave it a chase. I think that's, and I mentioned it in the Collinsville Festival, I think that's the one thing that's keeping Uyghur from really exploding here offensively, is that I feel like on his pitch recognition, he's just a hair late so far. But this is his first year of varsity pitching and seeing it every single day. I think it's going to get there. Here's the 2-2 to Uyghur. Get the curveball. Good eye again, missing outside. Those have been tempting pitches from Kane Morris. Easy for a batter to chase after, and Uyghur has kept that bat right where it's at. Count full, walk or not, to Langston Uyghur. The pitch from Morris winds, and the fastball misses low and outside. Great AB from Langston Uyghur. Works the walk, the first walk of the day, given up by Kane Morris. Brings to the plate Gavin Brumley. And I know I'm going to mention this, and I'm probably going to jinx the young man, but although you're looking at a 154 batting average for Brumley, he is one of the best contact hitters on the team in terms of putting the ball in play. His misfortune is that he's hit it to somebody really every time he's put the ball in play. First pitch. Fastball outer half, called strike one. It's an 89% contact percentage. That is tied for best on the team with Grant Mullins and Denver Durant. Runner at first is Uyghur with two down. Buffaloes trail 3-1 in the pitch. Fastball. Got a swing of that one. Right at the knees. Called strike two. So Brumley trying to battle back from down in the count 0-2, the 9-hole batter for the Buffaloes. And a 3-1 score. He represents the tying run. 0-2 to Brumley. Chopper up the middle. Snagged by the pitcher Morris. He'll underhanded flip it to first base in time for out number 3. And we play 2 full innings here from Willow Canyon High School in Surprise, Arizona, just northwest of Phoenix. It is 3-1 Chaparral leading the McAlester Buffaloes. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with a Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This March, skip the gimmicks. You don't need the luck of the Irish at Fit Nissan because we do business the right way. Every vehicle is clearly priced online with no surprises and no games. Just honest pricing, a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, low interest rates, and exceptional customer service. Come see us at Fenton Nissan, where your pot of gold is waiting. Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
We have climbed up into the lower 80s so far in Arizona. Now, that's why we wore all black today. I was speaking with the coaching staff at McAlester, and they said, hey, we have these all black jerseys, and we're going to have to wear them. We're playing 4 games, 3 days. This is the day that you're going to have to wear them because the temperature is supposed to get up to a high of 88 during their game. Later on today, it should get up to around 92 here in Arizona. By far the coolest day of the week before we start to really warm up the next couple of days. So McAlester trailing 3-1 to Chaparral out of Colorado. All 4 runs combined between the two teams scored in the first inning. Here's the first pitch to Tommy Humphrey, who was hit by a pitch on a 2-strike pitch. This curveball is a beauty from Lucas Johns. Down the middle, strike 1. Best curveball of the day from Johns. Coming set, Johns. The pitch. Fastball misses the letters. Count now to even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Buffalo's got to be quick with the pitch calm. You have to make your decision quickly, move it on over to your catcher, McKinney. McKinney's got to relay it, and you have to do it all within 20 seconds with this pitch clock here. And no one knows what the time is because there's no clock actually out in the field. 1-1 pitch. That one bounces away from both the catcher and the umpire. McKinney looks back at the home plate umpire, make sure he's okay, because if he kind of got clipped there, McKinney will go walk it out over to his pitcher. Umpire says he's fine, and the count is 2-1. And McKinney setting up inside, and the pitch from Johns. Fastball that time, someone might need a break. That's a line drop that was hit right off the face mask of the home plate umpire. Again, McKinney turns around and says, "Dude, are you good?" And he said, "I'm made of steel, brother. I'm good." At that point, when you get your dome rattled like that, you might want to walk out to your pitcher just to make sure that he's not seeing Tweety Bird. So you can get a good pitch for a strike. Next pitch from Johns. Runs inside, nearly hits the right-handed batter Humphrey again. That would have been the second time today that he would have been hit by a pitch on a 2-strike count. I couldn't tell if he said 3-2 or 2-2. Count full. Johns comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another strikeout for Lucas Johns. Back-to-back going back to the last inning. Sit him down, throw it around, 1 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. And already the 4th strikeout for Lucas Johns. He is the best strikeout pitcher thus far this season for McAlester. And again, getting over those so far first inning blues. Gave up 6 free passes in the game against Silo. 5 of them came in the first inning. After that, he was cruising. First pitch, a little bit high. Called strike
Wallace.
1 ball, 1 strike. So, digging into the box once again is Bacon. He was a second-team All-State pitcher. I'll tell you about his lineup here in just a moment. And the pitch from Johns. Another curveball right on the inner half. Belt high, called strike 2. Johns has found a bit of a groove here. Down to 1-2. But Bacon, had a 5-3 record, pitched in 61 innings, struck out 70 batters, walked only 5 the entire year last year. Next pitch bounces into McKinney, and the count is 2-2. You talk about accuracy. That is accuracy. 70 strikeouts to 5 walks, incredible. 2.90 ERA is what I was able to gather. He's going to the Colorado School of Mines. 2-2 count again for Johns, and he fires. Fouling it back and staying alive is Bacon. But from the left side, Bacon throws it about in the upper 80s. That curveball setting in the lower. He's a good off-speed pitch. One of the best pitchers in the state of Colorado. It's up at the plate right now. 2-2 again. This time off-speed. Bacon would not bite. And the count is now full at 3-2. Wolverines lead McAlester on 1 hit from the 6-hole batter. Johns looking to keep Bacon off the base paths. The pitch. Lost him. Fastball low and outside. And Bacon worked back in the count from 1-2 to full to walk. And he has now recorded 2 walks today. That is the 5th free pass given up by McAlester. On top of 2 different errors. So if you want to count errors and free passes, I usually just count hit by pitches and walks. If you want to count errors, that is now 7 for McAlester. Top of the 3rd with 1 down. Still, though, a chance for McAlester to get a double play ball here. Up the plate is now Madden Kretzer. Struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch of fastball runs way too far inside. Big ball 1. Yeah, McAlester is only throwing strikes 56% of the time. so far in limited action, but over the course of an entire season last year, that was up near 60%, so that has also dropped significantly. Next pitch, fastball inner half, called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. I still think it's just getting some varsity at-bats under your belt, getting some confidence. If McAlester can get one win here against a really good team, that will change so much. Next pitch, fastball, misses low and inside. Runner takes off. Late delay, throw into second, goes into the outfield grass. That'll be an E2 and running over to third base. First to third on a stolen base, and then E2 is Beckett Bacon. Yeah, it is so hard to be able to ride the lows. This team was a roller coaster team last year. They went through waves. They started off their first 9 games 2-7. Again, against good competition. They went 12-2 in their next 14 games, just an absolute tear. And then in their final 14 games went 3-10-1. So they just rode the highs and lows. Infield comes in on the infield grass. Next pitch, curveball, misses outside. And way ahead in the count here is Kretzer. Getting a majority of last year's team back for this year. I'd say 6 of their starters on defense and 68% of their innings pitched. Next pitch from Johns. Line drive up the middle, base knock. Should be extra bases. Well, no, Judkins gets around to it. Great beat on it was Judkins. He's going to limit it to a single, but it's an RBI single here for Madden Kretzer, and the Buffaloes trail it 4-1. All 4 of their runs they have scored so far has been runners that have been put on base via the free pass. And again, like I said, these good teams are going to make sure that they can bludgeon you to death by taking what they're given and then getting those timely hits. Only their second hit of the game, but they've scored 4 runs on those hits. So it's now 4-1. Buffaloes trail. Top of the 3rd inning with 1 down. Brings up Kendrick Parrell, who had that 2 RBI single back in inning number 1. Runner takes off immediately. First pitch is high, swing and a miss. Throw down to second base is not in time. And that was on a hit and run because chasing after that was the righty Parrell. Not often do you see someone chop at it like a sword. Still a straight swipe of second base. Into scoring position goes Parrell with 1 down. Double play ball now gone. And the pitch from Johns. Curveball misses down by the toes. Count even at 1-1. I did not expect Parrell to swing at that. That first pitch was eye level. And he just tried to protect his runner. The runner said, I don't need no protection. I'm a strong, independent baseball player that don't need no man. Count 1-1. The pitch from Johns is a fly ball right and out of play. And ahead in the count is Johns over Kendrick Parrell, trying to get some revenge back from the first inning. Parker at third base playing even. Again, outfield, average depth, average positioning. No shade anywhere. Both from the sun and the shift. The next pitch. And it's a ball that hit off of the knee of the batter. He hardly moved. What are they feeding these kids in Colorado? Well, now he has a little bit of a limp as he's making his way to first base. So I want to make sure he's fine, but when it hit him, he hardly moved. And you could hear that hit off the knee. Looks like he's going to be okay, but man, what a champ. Another 2-strike hit by pitch, though, and that is the 6th free pass given up by the Buffs. Double play ball, though, still back into effect now. That's the sunny side up. Here's the next pitch, curveball, or rather fastball. It's a called strike on the outer half. And runners got a good enough break on the first pitch that they just have a double swipe. Now double play ball is gone. Infield comes back in on the infield grass, trying to cut the runner home if he goes that way. Carter Adams drew a walk in his first plate appearance. Right-handed bat up against Lucas Johns. And the pitch. Fastball in on the hands. A soft fly ball right and foul over the McAlester dugout. And quickly Johns gets ahead in the count 0-2. McAlester retired the first batter of this inning via a strikeout. Then we had walk, single, hit by pitch. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Lucas Johns recording his 5th strikeout. Out of his, 8 outs that he's recorded, 5 of them have been down via the strikeout. And that time, 3 pitches, 3 outs of Carter Adams. Still, though, McAlester is trailing by a score of 4-1, looking to keep it at just that 3-run deficit. Breck Johnson steps in. He led off the second inning with a strikeout. Runners at second and third, 2 down, first pitch. It's a fly ball, center field. Judkins having to go back just a hair underneath it, makes the catch, and that is out number 3. A run does get scored by Chaparral, though, due to a walk and then an RBI single after a first to third steal and error. And the Buffaloes trail at 4-1 now after 2.5 innings of play. When the Buffaloes come back up, it'll be the top of the order, 1-2-3. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Wallace Properties is a proud sponsor of McAlester Baseball. We consistently invest in McAlester and have for over 40 years. From retail growth to new development, Wallace Properties is excited to help bring academy sports and outdoors to our community. Strong communities and strong teams are built with vision. Wallace Properties, building what's next for McAlester.
S&S Outdoor Services serves McAlester and the surrounding areas. We do leaf cleanup, lawn care, construction, and French drains. We provide tree trimming and removal, landscaping, land clearing, and dirt work services throughout southeast Oklahoma. We also sell firewood. S&S Outdoor Services in McAlester is a family-owned and operated business with 10 years experience. We are insured, licensed, and bonded. Call 405-760-4194. McAlester, listen up. Patriot Dodge in McAlester is under new management. If your vehicle hasn't been serviced here in over a year or you've never been here, your next oil change is free. That's right, free. Gas, diesel, any vehicle. No catch-22. No fine print games. This is real customer appreciation. At Patriot Dodge, we live by this. We can replace cars. We can replace money, but we can't replace people, and you matter to us. New management, new energy, free oil change. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in McAlester.
Welcome back to Arizona, where the McAlester Buffaloes trail it at 10:56 Mountain Standard Time. 4-1 is the score. As Chaparral leads McAlester 4-1. They scored 3 in the first and 1 in the third. McAlster's 1 run came in the bottom of the first inning. Top of the order up for the black and gold. Here's the windup in the pitch from Kane Morris. A curveball misses low and outside. Good eye from McKinney. Gave it a second thought, but held back on the bat. That'll be ball 1. McKinney grounded out to the shortstop area on a hard-hit ball, but Perrell fielded it cleanly and threw to first on the first pitch at the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch, curveball got McKinney guessing as he was leaning back with the pitch. That nice break brought it right back to the inner half of the plate. Now the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. See, that curveball has been an excellent pitch from Morris so far. In the next one, curveball, this time ground ball to the third base bag. Fielded by Kretzer across the diamond, 5-3. It's high, but snagged by the first baseman, Bacon, for out number 1. That brings up Grant Mullins, one of the 2 hits for McAlester thus far. He had a single down the right field line. A couple batters later, Cole Labus had an RBI triple down the right field line, and that is McAllister's 1 run. Morris so far has been a workhorse for the Chaparral Wolverines. He's only allowed 1 free pass. That was a walk to Langston Weegar on a full count at bat. Next pitch, fastball line drive, right center field as well. That one will land. 2 for 2 day for Grant Mullins so far in the first pitch he sees. For Mullins, that's just his second first pitch hit of the year. Actually, take that back. That's only his first pitch hit of the year. He's not someone that usually goes after the first pitch, but that one was too good to be true. And with how good Morris has been pitching the ball, you don't know if you're going to get a good enough ball the rest of the at-bat. So Denver Durant checks in with a runner at first and 1 down. Similar situation as the first inning. It's the bottom of the third. Buffaloes trail it by 3, 4-1 the score. Durant popped out to short in his first at-bat. First pitch to him. Changeup misses low, ball 1. And Durant batting .440 with a .576 on-base percentage. 6 RBI. If Mullins gets into scoring position, .375 batting average with runners in scoring. McAllister's also not been all that great stealing bases this year, just in terms of their success rate. Waiting, the 1-0 pitch. Curveball, fouled right behind the first base coach, Troy Meadows. Count now 1-1. Buffaloes have stolen up to this point 15 bases, but they have been caught stealing 6 times. They've been picked off once. A team that likes to be aggressive. Runner at first, one down. 1-1 count on Denver Durant. And the pitch. Fastball low outside to the lefty. The only left-handed bat in the Buffalo lineup today. Count goes to the same number as Durant's number, 2-1. Morris takes a look over at first base. Decent lead by Mullins. Comes back set. Waits, and the pitch. Curveball, outer half. Called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Durant. Durant, a patient hitter. He has walked 8 times this year, by far the most on the team. Likes to work counts, likes to get his pitch. Excellent eye at the plate. Even with the count 2-2. And the pitch to Durant. Curveball, swing and a miss, though, for strike 3. A very rare strikeout swinging from Denver Durant. Got him on the curveball, and that is out number 2. Has the second strikeout today from Kane Morris. McAllister's been putting the ball in play, but Morris has been letting his defense work and gets one of the biggest outs of this inning as there's the pickoff to first base. Back in safely is Mullins, and I mean by his fingertips. I think with his initial dive, he didn't go as far as he wanted to. Waiting on the first pitch to Labus, who had a RBI triple down the right field line back in inning number 1. Buffaloes trail at 4-1 with 2 down. Curveball down the middle, strike 1. That has turned into the bread and butter pitch for Kane Morris. It's been his biggest swing and a miss pitch. Buffalo's looking to adjust to that 12-6 break. Looking at first, they've also been staying on the outer half to every McAllister batter, whether he's righty or lefty. Next pitch, curveball, misses low. Long break, run over to second base, and taking second base will be Mullins on what will go down as a pass ball. On a stolen base, Mullins was not going to take second unless that ball got away from the catcher, and it did by just a hair from Williams. And he gets into scoring position. So Labus with 1 strike on him. He's batting .429 with runners in scoring position. That is 60% of his hits. Has 3 extra base hits, including that triple back in the first. Next pitch. Fastball up and in. Thought about it, was Labus, held back. Count to 2-1 on Labus. And stepping off Morris, right back on the rubber. Chaparral has done a good job of every time that they've gotten someone into scoring position, they've been able to cash in. McAllister's got to do the same to match him. Next pitch, curveball, this time called strike. Labus thought about it. It was going to be a called strike anyway. And now the count is to 2-2. So Labus trying to be tough with 2 here. Morris looking for back-to-back strikeouts to end the McAllister threat. 2-2 for Morris. Curveball. Nice spot. Better eye there from Labus. Morris thought he had it. Started to make his way back to the third base dugout where the Wolverines reside. Just a hair outside, and that made the count full at 3-2. Mullins at second base will not be taken off with the pitch unless he just wants to. No runner at first base. Labus looking to battle. Morris comes set, looks at second base. And fires the 3-2 pitch. Curveball, called strike 3 on the lower outer edge. And that will be the end of the McAllister threat here. A backwards K, back-to-back strikeouts from Morris has sent us to the top of the 4th inning with the score 4-1. Chaparral leading McAllister here on KNED.
Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, your number 1 choice in septic and excavation needs. We offer septic install, aerobics, lagoons, water and sewer installation, and leak repairs, trenches, irrigation lines, or dirt work of any kind. Aquaholic Septic and Excavation is family owned and operated. Call us today at 918-210-7115 or look us up on Facebook for a free quote. Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, great work at an honest price.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, lands soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines. Are you waking up tired or sore every morning? Oh, my back! It may be time for a new mattress. Right now, during our mega tax refund sale at Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, you can buy a king mattress and pay the queen price, or buy a queen mattress and pay the full-size mattress price. Plus, we offer no credit-needed financing and fast delivery. Family owned and operated since 1989. We are here to help you find the right mattress for your body and your budget. Find us on Facebook, Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in beautiful McAlester.
Lee Auto Sales. We buy, sell, and trade. Super prices, easy terms, and fast approval. Choose the dealer who cares. Choose Lee Auto Sales. We finance and we have the largest used car inventory in McAlester.
Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude?
Come by 2431 North George Nye Expressway in McAlester and let us show you why we have been voted the #1 choice for the best pre-owned car lot. Lee Auto Sales. We sell quality, not quantity. Let us help you. Call 918-423-7887. Visit us online at leautosalesok.com. So go see Chan the man. Who can? Chan can.
Tax season's here, but high energy bills can swoop in and steal your refund before you can even enjoy it. When your system's outdated, those high bills just keep adding up. That's when you know it's time for a change. Save up to $2,400 on a new system, $1,000 off new system installations, plus up to $1,400 off qualifying PSO equipment. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare.
Buffaloes need a bit of momentum, I feel like, as they're down 4-1 right now to Chaparral. And McAlester, again, the leads that they have had so far in the last week and a half have been few and far between. They get out to an early deficit in a lot of the games that they've been in, and they just have not been able to have that momentum so far. And the Buffaloes trying to steal it from Chaparral, but they're still, again, down 4-1, trying to keep it at a 3-run deficit. 9-1-2 batters up. First pitch to Luke Williams is a swing and miss for strike one on a nice pitch from Johns on the outer half for the count to move to 0-1 to begin the top of the fourth inning. Game has gone on now for just a hair over an hour. Johns, after the initial first inning where he struggled with strikes, has only given up one free pass since. Here's a fly ball to right field. Will stay on the right field line. Long chases Brumley. That will tail just foul. Gosh, it's like you're running a marathon getting that ball all the way deep in the corner. I'm lucky that I never played the outfield, because after a long run like that, having to retrieve a ball that may be right by the foul pole and you've already ran that long, I know the pitcher just wants to get right back into a rhythm, but like for Brumley over there in right, you know, him now finally making it back to the spot, I'm sure he's like, hey, give me a little bit, okay? Give me a little bit. Count 0-2. And the pitch. Fastball missing down low by the shins. Ball one ball, 2 strikes to Luke Williams, who lined out to center field back in his first at bat. Nobody on, nobody out, starting the fourth inning. McAlester out hitting the Wolverines so far 3-2. Next pitch, curveball. Different kind of arm angle there for Johns. Is it missed low and inside? McAlester keeps on appealing over to first base, and that's just not close. Every appeal that McAlster's made over to first, it just has not been much of a swing. But it's worth a try. Counting 2-2. Setting up inside McKinney and the pitch. Fastball, ground ball, left side, but well foul. Almost hitting a bird. A bird was just kind of nesting over on the beautiful grass here at Willow Canyon High School. Much different than it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, this was kind of beat up. And I know how hard it can be to maintain a field, especially in the Arizona heat. But it's beautiful today. 2-2 pitch. Fastball low inside, and the count runs to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think Willow Canyon got a new coach from here to last year, and he took over the field for this year, and he said it's been a little bit of a journey, but he's proud of the way his field looks, and he should be. Payoff pitch. McAlester lost him. Up and outside after the 0-2 count. It's another walk. Seventh given up by McAlester today when you combine the walks and hit by pitches. And the hit by pitches, that's the crazy part, is now we have a courtesy runner in. It's going to be number 33. Give me 1 second. I'll get that for you. I have to take pictures of our lineups here. Number 33 for Chaparral will be Max Schwartz. Yeah, the hit by pitches have been one thing that has just been odd. McAlester for the last couple of years has been in the low 40s. As here's a bunt attempt that's going to miss and get away from the catcher McKinney, and the runner will stroll into second base easily. So you don't need to bunt. Top of the order up for Colton Paminter in the Chaparral Wolverines. He is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out and reached on a knee 4. But McAlester was in the low 40s and hit by pitches over the course of a near 40-game season. This is game number 10, and McAlester has already gotten to 19. I think it's 19. Actually, I think it's more than that. Here's a chopper on the left side coming in as Durant has to wait for the ball. Now throws it over to third base, has to apply the tag. They do so. Smart play by Denver Durant, and really hung out to dry was Max Schwartz. He never should have went to third. It was a long hop over to Denver Durant, and the good baseball IQ of that shortstop said, okay, he's going to take off. I'm going to wait for this one. He was already hung out to dry. So that's the thing. I was wondering why Denver wasn't coming and charging on that ball. It's because the runner was already 45 feet between second and third. He said, oh, I'm going to get him at second base or third base. I'll wait on this one. Denver smart with it. 6-5 fielder's choice. Lead runner out. One down, runner at first for the top of the fourth inning for Carson Monroe. Smart play by Durant. Man, it's like the game moves in slow motion for him. Bad break at second base. Line drive, though, up the middle, and it's going to get into the outfield grass on a hit and run. Chaparral, and it gets past the center fielder, Judkins. Brumley and right field have to throw it home, but that'll be another run scored. This is going to be an RBI single, and then advancing home on an E8 is Colton Paminter on the hit and run. Thing of beauty. That's the second time they ran with the hit and run. That time it works out for him. So it's single. There's no RBI there. I'm sorry, Monroe. I can't give that to you. That's an E8. And McAllister's third error of the game, and they just aren't playing up to speed right now. And that's how it's been over the last now 6.5 games. Buffaloes trail at 5-1. Runner at second base. Brings up Tommy Humphrey, who is 0 for 1 today. First pitch, foul back into the mid of the catcher McKinney for strike one. And don't get me wrong, McAllister's better than the record that has shown. They're playing some of the top talent in the state of Oklahoma and now one of the best teams in the state of Colorado. But they're not doing themselves any favors at all. Runner takes off for third. Spin move. They got him out. Throw over to third. Just making sure that he has the ball. Brody Parker does. Second out on the base paths of the inning for the Wolverines. That time a pickoff there by Lucas Johns, a spin move to second base, going with the leg lift was Monroe. He was tagged out, trying to advance to third. Again, 2 outs on the base paths for the Wolverines, who trail it now, or rather lead it now, 5-1 over the Buffs. Here in the top of the fourth. Again, Humphrey 0 for 1, looking for his first hit. And the pitch. Curveball low and outside. 2 out, nobody on now for the Wolverines. Third time through the order for Chaparral. And the pitch. Fastball outside. See, is that 3-0 or 2-1? 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Thank you, home plate umpire. Playing deep at the corners. Lavis at first and Parker at third. And the 2-1 from Johns. It runs inside, almost hits Humphrey, who's already been hit by a pitch once today. Yeah, McAlester has hit 21 batters this year. And I was doing some research, and McAllister's best year of pitching, I'd say, is actually the year after they went to the state tournament. In 2023, they had a monster team ERA. I mean, you're talking about in the mid-3s, which as a team for a full season is really, really good. And this pitch is low and inside for another walk. But in that year, McAllister's best year of pitching, I'd say, in the last 8, 9, 10 years, They ended up hitting 17 batters over 38 games, just 17. McAlester has now hit 21, and this is their 10th. And we're going to be having, could be a change here. It's going to be a change right from the bullpen. It's going to be a new pitcher now. Wilson Alford will come in for Lucas Johns. Not even a mound visit, it's a straight switch. Wilson Alford will come in to pitch for Lucas Johns. And we'll be back in just a moment. Again, we're at the top of the fourth inning with a runner at first base. Buffaloes trail at 5-1 to the Chaparral Wolverines out of Colorado. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. If it's on the market, you'll find it at first-realty.net. If you have any questions, call us at 918-423-3122.
Mill Creek Carpet and Tile is ready to help you elevate the aesthetics of your home. We have a huge selection to accentuate every surface. Whether it's new floors, countertops, or the custom backsplash you were dreaming of, Mill Creek has you covered. Check out our signature value, Karastan and Shaw Flooring. We offer 0% financing with approved credit. Shop local and get it done right. Our staff is ready to help you turn your vision into reality. Mill Creek Carpet and Tile, 1316 East Carl Albert Parkway, McAlester. Are you squinting to read signs while driving? Having trouble seeing clearly at night? It's time to focus on your vision behind the wheel with Kennedy Eye Care. Issues like nearsightedness, astigmatism, glare sensitivity, or poor night vision can hinder your ability to read signs, judge distance, and react quickly. Let us take care of your changing vision so you can focus on the road ahead. Schedule your eye exam today by giving us a call at 918-429-1400. Kennedy Eye Care, where your vision is our focus. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back here to Willow Canyon High School as the first pitch is going to be up high to our new pitcher from our first new pitcher, Wilson Alford. It's a ball up high to Beckett Bacon. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Fifth Quarter Printing, McAllister's premier printing company. Awards, embroidery, screen printing, and custom signage. Boost your brand with Fifth Quarter Printing today. So again, our first pitch was down low to Beckett Bacon, who has walked twice today. Wilson Alford, the new pitcher in for the McAlester Buffaloes, which I was just let known by Mrs. Labus over here. Here's a fastball. It's fouled straight back into the fencing for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilson Alford had his first varsity pitch here in Arizona 2 years ago on this field. I wasn't even aware of that. But yes, the first pitch from Wilson Alford at varsity play was here on this field 2 years ago. Full circle moment here for Alford. Runner at first base with a count 1-1 on Bacon. Takes a deep breath and pitches. That one goes high in and out of the glove of McKinney, and the runner advances over to second base. I believe there is one down. Count 2-1 on Bacon. The Wolverines lead it by a score of 5-1, and I'm counting everything up. I think they only have 3 hits so far. 5 runs on 3 hits. 8 free passes by McAlester and 3. The runner advances past third base. The throw home is up the third base line, and advancing to second on the throw will be Bacon. Score now advances to 6-1, Chaparral. Here in the top of the fourth inning. So RBI single advancing to second on the throw is Bacon. That's his first at-bat of the day after his first 2 walks. Brings to the plate Madden Kretzer. Alford on the season, he has pitched in 3 1/3, 6 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 hit by pitches, .368 batting average against him, and a 54% first pitch strike percentage. Here in what has been a loaded first 3 weeks of the season for McAlester, opposition-wise. Runner at second. With the new batter Kretzer up, who is 1 for 2. And a spin by Alford. One thing that every new pitcher will have to remember from McAlester is that pitch clock, that internal pitch clock. You don't throw it within a certain amount of time, it will be a automatic ball. That's that Arizona State high school baseball rule. Pitch. Fastball missing up above the letters. Ball 1. Kretzer has struck out swinging in the RBI single. Alford looks at second base, kicks and deals the pitch. Fastball popped up right. And room for Labus. No, McKinney sees that it goes on top of the batting cages over to the right. Losing a lot of baseballs here early. So runner at second base. We've had one out so far of Colton Pameter, who grounded into a fielder's choice. Next pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Nice heater by Alford. No, I say that is Alford's best pitch, just the straight cheddar cheese. He brings a lively fastball, got a pretty good tail to it too. One of the strongest arms, I think, actually on the team. He's a guy that will go in and just want to blaze it by you. Alford, the pitch. That time goes to the changeup low and outside. Runner takes off for third, and it's going to be a stolen base on the delayed steal. It was a changeup low and outside, and as soon as they saw a short hop and a throw back over to the pitcher, goes away from Alford, and the McAllister's coaching staff is not happy just with the body language, not with the way that McAllister has moved, not with the energy. When you lose 6 games in a row, it can really be demoralizing. And especially when you see yourself go down 6-1 again, it just gets to you. And it looks like it's getting to McAllister. Next pitch, fly ball right side, now to play. And I say that knowing that McAllister, even when they've gone down by wide margins, like they went down 8-0 to Silo on Monday, came back and made it an 8-4 game. The 4th and 5th innings is McAllister's innings where they really get to the opposing pitchers. That's just how it's been so far this season, especially against the good pitchers. Being they went down 7-0, had a chance to win it, made it an 8-8 game with the runner in scoring position in the bottom of the 7th inning. Next pitch, fastball way too high and inside. But, you know, it's just one of those things where you keep on, I guess, I'm not trying to be too aggressive here when I say this, but you're finding a way to lose instead of finding ways to win. McAllister's got to be able to buckle down and find ways to win. 2-strike pitch, misses up and outside, and it's another walk. So Kretzer walks. Puts runners at the corners with 1 down. And that is free pass number 9. I'll tell you one thing. And it goes without saying, but McAllister's not going to find ways to win until they find a way to throw strikes. You got to let your defense work. And I know McAllister has not had a great defensive showing today. For the rest of the year, their defense has been solid. They've had 3 errors so far today, but their defense has been great. You just have to be able to let them work, and they have not pitched in a way that will let them work. And it's pitch clock violation. So the count will start off with 1 ball, no strikes here for Kendrick Parrell, as Alford was coming set as soon as the pitch clock was expiring. It's hard for the pitcher, too, though, because there's no clock for him to look at that knows that he's running out of time. 31 move, runners out to dry. They throw to first base, behind the runner, back over to second base. Runner's creeping up the third base line now. Denver Durant has the runner in a rundown. Great move by Durant. Chases him down, flips over to third base. Now the runner at third's in the pickle. He stumbles. Brody Parker chases him down and he applies the tag for out number 2. That's out number 3, out number 3. And that is the end of the inning. Again, I'm losing track with the scoreboard here, but that is out number 3 here for the McAllister Buffalo defense. And they bring Wilson Alford to come out and speak with the home plate umpire, just keeping him aware of the pitch clock, I believe. But again, that will be the end of the scoring for the Chaparral Wolverines, as the score is now 6-1. They lead over the McAllister Buffaloes as we played half a 7-inning game. You're listening to McAllister Baseball on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with a Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Heading to the bottom of the 4th inning with the McAlester Buffaloes down to the Chaparral Wolverines by a score of 6-1. McAlester has been finding ways to get to the opposing pitchers, even the best of them, this last week in the 4th and 5th innings. Usually when they go through an order 1.5 times, it's that middle of the order in the 4th and the 5th inning that starts to kind of break through a bit and maybe find a rhythm. Can they do it here against Kane Morris? It'll be Blake Judkins to try to get started off. He is a victim of 1 of 3 Morris strikeouts so far. McAlester had a runner into scoring position back in the 3rd inning, but they left him stranded after back-to-back strikeouts. First pitch curveball will miss low and outside to Judkins for ball 1. And Judkins batting a hair over 400 on the year, .517 on base percentage coming into today's game. The team leader in RBI with 9. Next pitch, back to the off-speed off the top of the bat and flies over the first base dugout. And Judkins is even with the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now we're approaching 2 o'clock Oklahoma time. Here's another pitch, curveball, inner half, called strike 2. I think all curveballs here so far to Judkins. Count 1 and 2. Well, it might be cold over there, but it's starting to warm up over here in Arizona. 1-2 pitch. Back to the well, curveball. 4 straight pitches to Judkins with the off speed. Count even at 2 and 2. That might be a setup pitch, though. Don't be surprised if he tries to go upstairs with the fastball. Morris with the windup. And the pitch goes back to the curveball. 5 straight benders to Blake Judkins, and he gets him swinging and missing for out number 1. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Kane Morris going back to inning number 3. Bottom of the 4th inning with nobody on for the Buffaloes with 1 down. Sat down Judkins on, I believe, 5 straight curveballs. And he's been hitting it right where Williams wants it. He's hardly missed his locations at all. Very accurate here from the righty. First pitch fastball. Ended up getting Blade Smith late on the inner fastball. That's pretty smart there for Morris, too, and Williams calling the pitches, because if you're on deck and you're timing up a curveball, so there's a fastball that misses outside, count moves even at 1-1. You're timing up curveball that entire time, and then when you get into the box, you feel like you have a good idea of what the speed is like, and then he runs one in on your hands. It's a good pitch. 1-1 from Morris. Back to the curveball, but Smith, good eye, misses low and outside. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Smith coming into today, batting .300, 2-1 pitch. Curveball, outer edge. Called strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that curveball's been a strikeout pitch for him. Let's do that or try to run it by Smith. Setting up inside. Well, Williams is repositioning himself. Here's the windup and now the 2-2 pitch. Curveball, chopper right back to the pitcher Morris. Feels like it ain't a thing. Underhanded flip to first in time for out number 2. And Kane Morris is making quick work of the McAlester Buffaloes. Chaparral has 4 hits to McAllister's 3. They lead 6-1 over McAlester. Bottom of the fourth inning with nobody on the base paths. Looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning as Morris. First pitch to Parker misses low and outside for ball one. I think for the first time this year, McAlester had under 5 hits in the game. They've been able to pile up hits, but of course they faced the ace of Carl Albert back on Friday. It was this curveball, outer half, called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Parker. They only had 3 hits in that game, and despite the 3 hits and despite the free passes they gave up, they still had a chance to win that game. 2-1 was a score going into the 7th. This curveball, Morris is in a zone. Bottom of the zone, strike 2. Parker trying to battle back from the count at 1-2. The windup and the quick pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Another strikeout from Kane Morris. He is up to 5 now on the day, and the McAlester Buffaloes head to the top of the 5th inning, down by a score of 6-1 to the Chaparral Wolverines. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
This March, skip the gimmicks. You don't need the luck of the Irish at Fitton Nissan because we do business the right way. Every vehicle is clearly priced online with no surprises and no games. Just honest pricing, a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, low interest rates, and exceptional customer service. Come see us at Fitton Nissan, where your pot of gold is waiting. Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fitton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fittonnissan.com.
Wallace Properties is a proud sponsor of McAlester Baseball. We consistently invest in McAlester and have for over 40 years. From retail growth to new development, Wallace Properties is excited to help bring academy sports and outdoors to our community. Strong communities and strong teams are built with vision. Wallace Properties, building what's next for McAlester.
S&S Outdoor Services serves McAlester and the surrounding areas. We do leaf cleanup, lawn care, construction, and French drains. We provide tree trimming and removal, landscaping, land clearing, and dirt work services throughout southeast Oklahoma. We also sell firewood. S&S Outdoor Services in McAlester is a family-owned and operated business with 10 years experience. We are insured, licensed, and bonded. Call 405-760-4194. McAlester, listen up. Patriot Dodge in McAlester is under new management. If your vehicle hasn't been serviced here in over a year or you've never been here, your next oil change is free. That's right, free. Gas, diesel, any vehicle. No catch-22. No fine print games. This is real customer appreciation. At Patriot Dodge, we live by this. We can replace cars. We can replace money, but we can't replace people, and you matter to us. New management, new energy, free oil change. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in McAlester.
Welcome back here to Surprise, Arizona. The Buffaloes have a tall task to come back from 6-1 the deficit, and their opposition is dealing, and it's going to also be even more of a tough task if we keep on giving up free passes. First pitch, hit by pitch to Kendrick Parrell. He's now been hit by pitch twice in this game. McAlester has given up now 10 free passes, and it is a frustrating. It's frustrating to lose. It's even more frustrating when it's losing because we have a hard time throwing strikes. Like I said, it's not to any one pitcher. That's what's the most frustrating part about it, is that it has just been up and down the order. 10 free passes as we begin the top of the 5th inning. Runner at first base, nobody out. After the first pitch of the inning was a hit by pitch. First pitch fastball upstairs for ball 1. Carter Adams has walked and struck out. And the Wolverines only have one more hit than McAlester, yet they lead it by 5. The free pass total as the runner takes off for second is a ball low and outside, throw down to second is not in time. A nice attempt there by McKinney on a pitch that was hard to go from transfer from glove to hand. Decent strike, left of the bag. Durant tried to apply the tag as fast as possible, but it's a quick stolen base here for Parrell. And the count is 2-0 on Carter Adams.
Ground ball, Willie.
Alford comes set, looks at second base, and delivers the pitch. Fastball upstairs, ball 3. And McKinney will go speak with his pitcher, Alford. While he does, we'd like to thank our sponsors, not just for this entire season, but for taking us out over to Arizona, because it's not easy to do, but because of them, we're able to do it. Sam Wampler's, Freedom Ford, WE Offered Propane, The Bank N.A., Fenton Nissan, Wallace Properties, SNS Outdoor Services, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, Figures Power Sports, Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, Lee Auto Sales, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, First Realty Inc., Mill Creek Carpet and Tile, and Kennedy Eye Care. So the count is 3-0 now to Carter Adams. Runner at second, nobody out, and the pitch. And whatever McKinney told him, put it on a poster. I need that to wake up in the morning. Motivational poster there. Swing and a miss for strike one. Perfect pitch there from Alford. Don't know if that was a changeup or if he just laid off a little bit to fill his zone. 3-1 pitch. And then he lost him on the next pitch, though. Low and outside. Back-to-back free passes. McAlester had 18 last Thursday against Life Prep, and they have gotten to 11 here in the top of the fifth. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Bunting situation here, especially when you consider it's the 8-hole batter in the lineup. It's Breck Johnson. He has struck out swinging and flown out to center field. Yeah, I would not be surprised at all if this is a bunt. Coach Homer from the first base dugout says, hey, Brody's got to be perfect, don't be late. First pitch shows bunt, bounces in. Ball one. And Coach Homer, I don't know if you can hear him from there, but he says, take the out. This game of throwing strikes. McAllister's got to do it here. Next pitch, misses again, low and inside. It gets past the catcher, McKinney. Now you don't have to bunt. This is the stuff that you've got to do if you want to win games. And McAlester, Chaparral is giving you an out. They just cannot get it in the zone. Count is 2-0. Now he can swing away. This is a 6-1 game, but even in the close games, that's the difference in winning and losing. Count 2-0 to the righty, Breck Johnson. And the pitch. Fastball up and out. Ball three. Alford will walk around the bump a little bit here, just trying to collect himself and come back from the count at 3-0. He comes set. Can he get back in the zone here on this 3-0 pitch? The pitch. Yes, he can. Fastball. Outer edge called strike one. Not believing that was a strike was Johnson. He already tossed the bat. He'll have to go back and retrieve it. Still a hitter's count, though, for Johnson at 3-1. Runners at second and third and nobody out. Top of inning number 5. 6-1 Chaparral leads. And the pitch. Outside. Ball 4. Loading up the bases on a hit by pitch and 2 walks. It's out to number 12. And Coach Meadows looks like he will go speak with Wilson Alford. Don't see anyone coming in to pitch for the moment, so this might just be a mound visit. But we'll take at least a 30-second break and be back. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, your number one choice in septic and excavation needs. We offer septic install, aerobics, lagoons, water and sewer installation, and leak repairs, trenches, irrigation lines, or dirt work of any kind. Aquaholic Septic and Excavation is family owned and operated. Call us today at 918-210-7115 or look us up on Facebook for a free quote. Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, great work at an honest price.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, land soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines. Are you waking up tired or sore every morning? Oh, my back! It may be time for a new mattress. Right now, during our mega tax refund sale at Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, you can buy a king mattress and pay the queen price, or buy a queen mattress and pay the full-size mattress price. Plus, we offer no credit-needed financing and fast delivery. Family owned and operated since 1989. We are here to help you find the right mattress for your body and your budget. Find us on Facebook, Tanny Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in beautiful McAlester.
Lee Auto Sales. We buy, sell, and trade. Super prices, easy terms, and fast approval. Choose the dealer who cares. Choose Lee Auto Sales. We finance and we have the largest used car inventory in McAlester.
Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude?
Come by 2431 North George Nye Expressway in McAlester and let us show you why we have been voted the #1 choice for the best pre-owned car lot. Lee Auto Sales. We sell quality, not quantity. Let us help you. Call 918-423-7887. Visit us online at leautosalesok.com. So go see Chan the man. Who can? Chan can.
Tax season's here, but high energy bills can swoop in and steal your refund before you can even enjoy it. When your system's outdated, those high bills just keep adding up. That's when you know it's time for a change. Save up to $2,400 on a new system, $1,000 off new system installations, plus up to $1,400 off qualifying PSO equipment. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare.
We're back in Arizona, and we have a pitching change and a varsity debut on the mound for a young man. His name is John Andrew Marchant, with the bases loaded and nobody out. And welcome to the show, kid. It'll be the 9-1-2 batters up. We're going to have a look at your pitching change sponsor in just a moment, but Marchant comes set. He'll face Luke Williams, his first varsity batter. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Fifth Quarter Printing, McAllister's premier printing company. Awards, embroidery, screen printing, and custom signage. Boost your brand with Fifth Quarter Printing today. So swing and a miss for strike one. Williams has gone 0 for 1 today. He's lined out to center field and walked. Bases loaded, nobody out. Marchant with his team down 6-1. Curveballs flied over to right field. This one will be a bloop single, and it will score at least 2 runs. Rounding third and scoring will be number 30 up the third base line is the throw. Diving for it and keeping it from going to the backstop and saving another run is Jackson McKinney. But first to third on the hit there, Luke Williams is able to bring in 2 runs and make this an 8-1 game. That's just the 5th hit of the day for the Wolverines, yet they do lead McAlester now by a score of 8-1. If they score, I believe the run rule is 8 after 5. If they score one more run and hold McAlester scoreless in the bottom of the 5th, then it'll be a run rule loss for McAlester here to open up the Best of the West Festival. Back to the top of the order, Colton Pameter is up. Runners at the corners with nobody out, Marchant on the bump. Marchant deals first pitch fastball, low and inside, ball 1. Pameter is ground out to short. He has reached on an E4 and then a fielder's choice 6-5. So if you're a middle infielder, look out. Next pitch, right across letters, called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the center fielder, Pameter. Also, the Chaparral Wolverines, they got some guys here that are not in the lineup that are going to play ball at the next level. Nick Gonyu is one of them. Here's a fastball missing high to move the count to 2-1. He's going to Haston College. That's over in Kansas. Also, J.J. Loomer is going to go to a college in Minnesota to play. At least that's what Prep Baseball Report told me, and they never lie, right? Next pitch, chopper left side, into the hole, outfield grass. Run's going to score. Going station to station is the runner at first, Williams, and it's now a 9-1 game. RBI single on back-to-back hits by the Wolverines. They're up to 6 hits now. But Marchant is doing something that McAllister's been really needing so far, and that's throw strikes. Trying to make his defense work, just well-placed balls here by the Wolverines. Starting their 4th time through the order. When McAllister comes up, they'll go 8-9-1. Still nobody out. McAllister trailing by a score of 9-1 in what I believe is run rule territory. On the schedule I got, it didn't show what the run rule territory was. First pitch curveball, long 12-6 break, fills the zone for strike 1. First time seeing that today there from Marchant. That's a pretty good pitch. Carson Monroe has gone 1 for 2 today. He has walked, struck out looking, and singled. Marchant, the 3rd pitcher today for McAllister. Comes set, looks at second base. Back home, and the 0-1 pitch. Back to the curveball, inner half, called strike 2. Mixing up the eyes there from the outer half to the inner half. And now the count to 0-2 on Monroe. Marchant looking for his first varsity strikeout here against a New Mexico commit. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball. Waits on it. Flies it to right. Good beat on it. In right field is Brumley. Runner will tag from second base. Catch is made. Runner will not advance. That is out number 1. Brings to the plate Tommy Humphrey. Chance for McAlester to roll a double play and keep the score at 9-1. Already 3 runs scored in the top of the 5th. And this could be a 10 after 5 situation, but I think a lot of tournaments have run rules at 8 after 5. If that's the case, McAlester is at this point down to their final 3 outs. Humphrey has had 1 official at bat. He's been hit by a pitch, struck out swinging, and walked. First pitch curveball, that one didn't lead the hand right there of the pitcher Marchant for ball 1. Wind slightly blowing in from left field, already in a hitter's park. Well, it's a pitcher's park, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of real estate to cover here in the outfield. Spin move by Marchant. No one's going anywhere. 1 down, runners at first and second. Buffaloes trail at 9-1, top of the 5th inning. And the pitch from Marchant. Curveball in there. Strike 1. If you guys give me a little bit, I'll be able to get you a pitch count on our pitchers earlier today and see if they'll be available later on this week if called upon. Count at 1-1. And the pitch. Fastball, outer edge. Called strike 2. So, let's see. John's through 91. He's done for the rest of the week. Alford through 23. He can pitch again tomorrow if he needs to. For Marchant, this will be 13. Heading the count 1-2 and the pitch. Curveball, fly ball, center field. Pretty deep, too. Judkins going back. Good break on it. Underneath, waits for it, makes the catch. Runner will stay put at second base. On a nice shot back into the infield by Judkins. Out number 2. And see, this is, even though they've had the 2 hits against Marchant, this is really what McAlester has been needing, is just to be able to get the ball put in play off the bat. And I don't know if you can hear McKinney there, but he says, stop the bleeding. Here we go. Let's keep on going. Beckett Dakin now comes up. 1 for 1 today. He has walked twice and had an RBI single. Runners at first and second with 2 down and the pitch. Fastball misses above eye level for ball 1. And this is also the part of the year where McAlester is also kind of figuring out in these non-district games, because despite the 3-6 record, the only record that truly matters and when you go to in the state tournament, or if you make it to the state tournament, is your district record. As a fastball is flied backwards for strike 1. And that district record right now for McAlester is 2-0. So during this time of playing all these really good teams in non-district play, you find out who you can trust in certain situations. You can see, hey, who will throw strikes when you need them to throw strikes. Marchant might be emerging right here. Next pitch, curveball, misses outside, and they count to 2-1. Because you can have really good stuff, but if you need to be relied upon to throw strikes, usually that guy's going to get the call. Marchant, the 2-1 pitch. That was way up and outside. I jinxed him, man. I'm sorry. John, that's my bad. Runners advance 90 feet to second and third on that ball just getting away on the fastball. There is the base to give up to the cleanup hitter, Bacon. Runners at second and third, 9-1, Chaparral lead. Marchant getting his signs here from the catcher, McKinney. Comes set. Hitter's count here for the cleanup batter, and the pitch. That misses up high. First walk issued today by Marchant. 13th of the day by the pitching staff of McAlester. Bacon has walked 3 times. I can't even say a joke there. Madden Kretzer comes up. He is 1 for 2. He has struck out swinging, an RBI single, and walked in his last plate appearance. The base is loaded. 2 down. Buffalo's looking to keep it at an 8-run deficit. And the pitch. Fastball misses high, ball 1. And just here lately, in the last couple of batters, even Marchin's been in the zone, but his fastball has been missing high. His curveball, if he's been on top of that curveball, has been the one that's been able to fill the zone. Would not be surprised if Coach Meadows wants to go with the curveball here just to try to get one over. That's exactly what he does. Curveball pops up, foul territory. Labus a long run towards the first base dugout. Makes an incredible catch right by the dugout. Nearly stumbled into it. And that leaves the bases loaded. What a catch by Labus. And McAlester leaves them loaded, but not before another 3-run inning by the Chaparral Wolverines. Again, if it's 8 after 5, McAlester is down to their final 3 outs. They'll have the 8-9-1 batters up, Langston Weegar, Gavin Brumley, and Jackson McKinney. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. If it's on the market, you'll find it at first-realty.net. If you have any questions, call us at 918-423-3122.
Mill Creek Carpet and Tile is ready to help you elevate the aesthetics of your home. We have a huge selection to accentuate every surface. Whether it's new floors, countertops, or the custom backsplash you were dreaming of, Mill Creek has you covered. Check out our signature value, Karastan and Shaw Flooring. We offer 0% financing with approved credit. Shop local and get it done right. Our staff is ready to help you turn your vision into reality. Mill Creek Carpet and Tile, 1316 East Carl Albert Parkway, McAlester. Are you squinting to read signs while driving? Having trouble seeing clearly at night? It's time to focus on your vision behind the wheel with Kennedy Eye Care. Issues like nearsightedness, astigmatism, glare sensitivity, or poor night vision can hinder your ability to read signs, judge distance, and react quickly. Let us take care of your changing vision so you can focus on the road ahead. Schedule your eye exam today by giving us a call at 918-429-1400. Kennedy Eye Care, where your vision is our focus. Go Buffs! Have a great season.
Welcome back here as the McAlester Buffaloes are down 9-1, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. And if it is 8 runs after 5 innings, which we do have not confirmed that, we don't know that. It doesn't show it on what we were given from the Best of the West Festival Committee. The McAlster's down to their final 3 outs if that is the case. First pitch to Langston Weegar is fouled off to the right for strike 1. Weegar walked in his first plate appearance. The only walk that's been issued by Kane Morris, who has gotten better as the innings have gone on. He only struck out 1 batter the first time through. He struck out 4 here so far in the second. So this one's popped up over towards me. I might be able to make a catch here. Oh, dadgummit. I wanted it bad. Strike on to Weegar there. That almost got to me. I went backwards 12 years in time. And the count goes to 0-2 on Weegar. My luck, I would have dropped it. 0-2 on Weegar. Looking for another strikeout is Morris. Can he get a 6th? Curveball, yes he can. Just completely fooled Weegar. He was bending back on what he thought was going to be an inside and up fastball. Pulled the curveball on Weegar and struck him out on 3 pitches. Backwards K, that is now strikeout number 6 on the day for Kane Morris. 5 batters struck out the second time through the order. Brings to the plate Gavin Brumley, who grounded out on a 1-3 ground out. First pitch to Brumley. Curveball off the top of the bat, rolls caddy corner right side for strike 1 to the backstop. Here's the 0-1 to Brumley. Curveball that once again gets just a little bit behind the catcher. Count to 1 ball and 1 strike on Brumley. McAlster's been held to 3 hits, 2 by Mullins and 1 by Cole Lavis. Next pitch, 1-1 curveball, misses outside. Count to 2-1. And Morris set a good game plan, just keep everything on the outer half to make McAlester drive to the right side. That's why the outfield grass has been staying shifted to the right side with those pitches landing outside. Fastball misses outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. It's a good plan because if you're going to trust a pitcher to throw it on the outer half the entire time, there's almost no chance that you can pull one going the other way from a right-handed bat. They're going to keep them shifted over to the right. Next pitch. Fastball that misses below the knees, and Brumley draws the walk. Just the second one of the day from Kane Morris. That's been the difference in this game, truly. I know that McAllister's been out hit 6-3, but the score being 9-1 is because you've had 13 free passes by McAllister and 2 by Kane Morris. McAllister hasn't had a chance to make Morris uncomfortable because he has not put himself into such a position. McKinney has grounded out twice. He has grounded out at the shortstop and the third baseman. Over 2 today, looking to spark a rally here in the bottom of the 5th inning, which I believe McAllister's down to their final out, or final 2 outs. First pitch to McKinney. Fastball misses low, and he gets away from the catcher. Taking second will be Brumley to get into scoring position. Of course, if that run comes across the score, if it is 8 after 5, then we'll have to go a whole nother inning. But it also keeps McAllister in the game if they can spark a rally. Wouldn't be the first time that they were down by multiple runs in the late innings. Again, they were down 7-0 to being a state champion in the fall. And they came back and they made that a 8-8 game. Runner at second in a 9-1 game right now. And the pitch to McKinney. Curveball low and outside. So McKinney ahead in the count. I believe the count is up to 2-0 for McKinney. Morris comes set, looks at second base. Creeping that way to second baseman to hold him on. Curveball misses low and outside for ball 3. Catcher Williams tells him, okay, settle down. We'll get right back into it. You got a big lead. Morris has been a strike pumper thus far. I don't think we've seen him go down the count 3-0 yet. It's the first time. He comes set. Setting up down the middle of the plate is the catcher Williams, and the 3-0 pitch. Low and outside, a 4-pitch walk. So McKinney works a 4-pitch walk. Runners at first and second with 1 down to bring to the plate Grant Mullins, who is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. And we have some activity out in the Chaparral bullpen, as we might be having a change just in case Morris needs one. This is the best chance for McAllister to get some runs. Again, the 4th and the 5th innings have been their bread and butter. Seeing a pitcher 1.5, 2 times through, and usually they're able to make pretty good adjustments. There will be a mound visit here just between the catcher Williams and the pitcher Morris, not only to try to settle Morris down a bit, but also to give the guy in the bullpen a little bit more time to get ready should he need to come in immediately. While we take this break, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Fenton Nissan, Wallace Properties, S&S Outdoor Services, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAllister, Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, Vickers Power Sports, Tandy Hill Furniture and Mattress, Lee Auto Sales, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, First Realty Inc., Mill Creek Carpet and Tile, and Kennedy Eye Care. So Mullins on the season batting .429 with runners in scoring position, 5 RBI. Chance to bring in 1 with Brumley at second base, McKinney behind him 90 feet at first. 1 down, 2 on. 9-1 Buffaloes trail. Morris looking to get back in the zone. Slide steps, first pitch curveball. Flied over to right field. Will it land? It will. Will one hop into the right fielder. They get it in quickly to second base. And just in the nick of time sliding in is Jackson McKinney. Again, McKinney had to make sure that the ball landed on the grass in right field in front of Humphrey. He did. Slides into second base, and the bases are loaded. A 3-for-3 day for Grant Mullins. And this Bases Loaded Alert is brought to you by Outlaw Towing and Recovery. When you need a tow, call Outlaw Towing and Recovery. They specialize in vehicle recovery. Call 918-426-IN-TOW. Denver Durant, McAllister's probably their biggest power bat, comes up to the plate with the bases juiced. First pitch. Fastball, outer edge, called strike 1. A chance for McAllister to get right back in the game with 1 swing of the bat if Denver Durant can come up big. Batting .375 with runners in scoring on the season. Bases juiced with 1 down. The pitch to Durant bounces into the catcher Williams, and the count is now at 1-1. That was pitch number 70 for Morris. The Buffaloes get that 1 hit to spark a comeback. 1-1 pitch. Huge cut from Durant. Better pitch from Morris. Swing and a miss on the inner curveball for strike 2. On deck is Cole Labus, who has already had an RBI triple. Here's the windup and the 1-2. Ground ball right side, chance for a double play. Eats up the second baseman, still throws to second for one. Over to first, double play is completed anyway. They say that Mullins slid into the fielder over at second base. He would have had him out over at first base anyway. I think that Denver was out at first after the bases were loaded. And one down, a 4-6-3 double play. That ends the McAlester threat. And it looks like it's not 8 after 5. It looks like this game is not over the way that the two teams are coming back to the dugout and getting ready for the 6th. But McAlester with a chance to come back into it. Just rolling over the top of that pitch was Durant. It went Monroe, Peril, Bacon. 4-6-3 double play. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Hey, it's Sam from St. Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula, and it is truck month. It's the perfect time for an F-150, 250, or 350, like a crew cab F-150 STX with a 12-inch screen, 20-inch wheels, blackout package, and don't forget oil change for life. Come see us in McAlester or Eufaula. Delivery is free at St. Wampler's Freedom Ford, and let us make it happen for you.
When you need propane, there's only one place to go. W.E. Alford Propane. Both residential and commercial, W.E. Alford Propane has served eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in Eufaula, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, Muskogee, Tallahena, Antlers, and Stigler. With the cold weather, you'll want to be sure and fill up your tank today. Call 918-423-3121. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for more than 70 years.
Game day is more than just sports. It's about community. That's why the Bank NA is proud to support our hometown team. Just like our athletes, we're rooted right here, working hard for every win. When you bank local with the Bank NA, your money stays local, fueling small businesses, helping families buy homes, and building a stronger community. So whether it's on the court, the field, or in your financial future, we're in this together. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
This March, skip the gimmicks. You don't need the luck of the Irish at Fitton Nissan because we do business the right way. Every vehicle is clearly priced online with no surprises and no games. Just honest pricing, a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, low interest rates, and exceptional customer service. Come see us at Fitton Nissan, where your pot of gold is waiting. Don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Fitton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FittonNissan.com.
So now we know the rule. It's 10 after 5 here in Arizona as the team from Colorado, Chaparral, leads McAlester 9-1 going to the top of the 6th inning. And for his second inning of work, John Andrew Marchant. His first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. We have a new batter in for the Wolverines. Looks like it's going to be a pinch hitter. I'll give you the name in just a moment. Looks like number 12 for the Wolverines up. McAlester is trailing 9-1 through 5 full innings of play. A 4-6-3 double play got the Wolverines out of a jam, bases loaded with one down. So number 12 and up is Nick Gonyu, who we were just mentioning not that long ago. The 1-1 up and inside for ball 2. So he's in for, I think this is going to be a straight switch. Nick Gonyu is also a shortstop for the Wolverines. He'll come in to play short. His first at bat of the day after Kendrick Peril went 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI single and 2 hit by pitches. Next pitch, fastball missing high. Here underneath the desert sun. The count is 2-1 on Gonyu. And the pitch is fly to the right. Take that back, that was 3-1, and now that makes the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gonyu going to Heston College in Kansas. I might be playing catcher too. We do have a switch, by the way. McAlester has put Trevin Simons in at catcher, replacing Jackson McKinney for the moment. And the 3-2 pitch. Popped up, and once again back to me, but a little bit further off towards the trees. Watch out. Nearly hit some fans. We have Guthrie playing next. Guthrie has also made their way out to Arizona. I don't know if those were Guthrie fans that were hanging out over there or there on the other side. Count is full, though, here for John Andrew Marchant to Nick Gonyu to begin the 6th inning. Payoff pitch. Curveball bounces off the plate. Ball 4. Leadoff walk. Free pass number 14 from McAlester. Gonyu will go to first, checking back in for him. Or this could be a courtesy runner. Looks like Gonyu will go to catch. So this is going to be a courtesy running situation. Number 31 in for the Wolverines. That is Colin Wise. Wise to first base. Here's a pitch that's low and outside. It gets off of Simon. Simon throws it into the outfield. We're kicking it around in center field, too. So first to third on a stolen base and another error. As Carter Adams comes to the plate. We have another pinch hitter. No, we don't. That is Adams. Adams is back over at the plate. Adams is 0 for 1. He has walked twice and struck out swinging. It's the 4th error today by McAlester. It's been a nasty game. Next pitch, a high hit fly ball. Deep left field. Not going to go too far, though. Smith underneath it makes the catch. Tagging up from third base will be the runner, and that makes our score 10-1. So Carter Adams does the job. RBI sac fly at the left field. The wind's blowing out today, which it's not blowing at all. The American flag out in left field is completely at a standstill. Yeah, the wind is blowing out, and that is probably at least a one-hopper off the fence, but Smith was able to make quick work of that. Get out number 1. Now a 10-1 score. McAlester trails. For Breck Johnson, who is over 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout. Here's a pitch that's popped up and out of play. Right behind the home plate area and behind the main stands, and the count is to 0-1 on Johnson. Next pitch from Marchant. Popped up once again out of play right behind the home stands here. Marchant way ahead in the count of 0-2. Johnson batting out of the 8th spot. Buffaloes are trailing it again 10-1. They scored their first run in the first inning, and the closest they got was the bases loaded situation, and they were able to roll a 4-6-3 double play, and there's a curveball that catches the inside corner for strike 3 on the first varsity strikeout from John Andrew Marchant. You always remember your first strikeout there in varsity play, and it gets it to Johnson on a backwards K. 6th strikeout recorded by the McAlester pitching staff today. And the 9-hole batter, Luke Williams, comes up, who is 1 for 2 with a line out to center field and a 2 RBI single as he lines this one over to left field. It's a fly ball deep into foul territory. Going for it is Denver Durant, dives and can't make the catch. Just a little short was Denver Durant, diving for it deep over into foul territory beyond the left field line. I don't know if he's continuing to run for that one. That was reminiscent of how long and fast Derek Jeter ran when he went tumbling into the stands over at Yankee Stadium. So now everyone can try to collect their breath going after that fly ball. Marching ahead in the count, 0-1. I don't know if he's had an earned run yet. That one run that came across here, I don't think that's earned because of the E2. Next pitch, curveball. This is a high hit fly ball, deep left center field. Going back onto his Judkins. It's over his head, and it will 3-hop towards the wall. Extra bases for Luke Williams. He gets to second base. He'll stay put there as Judkins fires it back in quickly, but still it's a 2-out double for Luke Williams. Out the 9 spot, he's had a good day. 2 for 3 with a 2 RBI single. Brings back up the top of the order. So we have another pinch hitter in. Number 33 for the Wolverines. Max Schwartz now hitting for Colton Pameter. They can get that run across from second base now. That will make it a 10-run lead. So Schwartz up at the plate with the runner at second base. McAlester trailing 10-1, top of the sixth. Pitch from Marchant. Swing and a miss for strike one. Carson Monroe is set to be on deck, but with Chaparral leading by so much, they might be kind of emptying out their dugout here. Already the second pinch hitter that we've seen, and also a pinch runner, as this pitch misses high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position here for the Wolverines. It has been all Chaparral today from the get-go. 1-1. Bounces in, gets away, skirts up the third base line, allows the runner to get 90 feet away from home plate. I believe the count now is to 2-1 on Schwartz. Wind has shifted direction, but again, it doesn't make much of a difference today. It's blowing slightly out to center field. I mean like 5 miles an hour. Marchant kicks and deals. The fastball's popped up and backwards. And the count to 2-2. In deep backstop here. One gets by Simons. That run's going to score easy. Count at 2-2 with 2 down. Marchant trying to limit the damage to just 1 run here in the 6th. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball right field, going back to foul territory. Labus has room, but it's a long run, and he makes the outwards grab catch in foul territory. Full extension with the left arm. He's able to snag it in. He's made back-to-back great plays in foul territory to end innings and keep runners stranded in scoring position. But McAlester gives up another run. That does mean that we will go 7 innings unless there is a time limit rule that's over here in Arizona. But it looks like we will go the full 7 as it's now a 10-1 score, and McAlester will head back to the plate. Well, at the middle of the order coming up, it looks like it'll be Lavis, Judkins, and Smith when we return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
Tax season's here, but high energy bills can swoop in and steal your refund before you can even enjoy it. When your system's outdated, those high bills just keep adding up. That's when you know it's time for a change. Save up to $2,400 on a new system, $1,000 off new system installations, plus up to $1,400 off qualifying PSO equipment. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. Mechanical license number 001-44485. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare.
Wallace Properties is a proud sponsor of McAlester Baseball. We consistently invest in McAlester and have for over 40 years. From retail growth to new development, Wallace Properties is excited to help bring academy sports and outdoors to our community. Strong communities and strong teams are built with vision. Wallace Properties, building what's next for McAlester.
S&S Outdoor Services serves McAlester and the surrounding areas. We do leaf cleanup, lawn care, construction, and French drains. We provide tree trimming and removal, landscaping, land clearing, and dirt work services throughout southeast Oklahoma. We also sell firewood. S&S Outdoor Services in McAlester is a family-owned and operated business with 10 years experience. We are insured, licensed, and bonded. Call 405-760-4194. McAlester, listen up. Patriot Dodge in McAlester is under new management. If your vehicle hasn't been serviced here in over a year or you've never been here, your next oil change is free. That's right, free. Gas, diesel, any vehicle. No catch-22. No fine print games. This is real customer appreciation. At Patriot Dodge, we live by this. We can replace cars. We can replace money, but we can't replace people, and you matter to us. New management, new energy, free oil change. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in McAlester. Getting
the bottom of the 6th, new pitcher into the game for the Chaparral Wolverines as this first pitch curveball left the hand awkwardly of the new pitcher Miles Langheinrich. As he got away from him, bounced into the left-handed batter's box, went all the way to the backstop. He even looked at his right hand. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Fifth Quarter Printing, McAllister's premier printing company, awards, embroidery, screen printing, and custom signage. So here's the 1-0 pitch. It's a curveball that misses upstairs to Cole Labus for ball 2. Boost your brand with Fifth Quarter Printing today. Again, it's Miles Langheinrich on now on the bump for the Chaparral Wolverines, who lead the McAlester Buffaloes 10-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Unless there's a time limit in today's game, this game will go the full 7. As this next pitch catches the knees of Lavis for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. in some tournaments out of state, they do have time limits of like 2.5 hours on games. Don't think that we're going to have one today, though. Another fastball, outer half, called strike 2. Labus watches that one fly by with a heater. Count now to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Labus is 1 for 2 with an RBI triple and a backwards K. And the 2-2. Fastball that misses outside. Batter did not go around. The count moves to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kane Morris is set for the win today. He gave up 4 hits. He had 6 strikeouts, walked 3 batters. Excellent work from Kane Morris for Chaparral. Payoff pitch upcoming for Labus. And the pitch from Lang Heinrich. Curveball that misses up and inside, and that's going to be a leadoff walk to Labus. Chaparral fans wanted that strike. That wasn't close. Curveball high and tight. And now we will have a new batter in. Batting for Blake Judkins. It looks like it's going to be number 23, Ben Thomas. Ben Thomas got his first varsity action. That was back in the Red River Showdown. Came into pitch in that game, and I believe, according to Game Changer, had a couple of at-bats as well. First pitch fastball behind it and missing it. The swing and a miss for strike 1. So runner at first with nobody out. A 10-1 McAlester deficit. Thomas has checked in for Judkins, who was 0 for 2 with 2 forward Ks. Coming set closed stance here for Thomas, and the pitch. Fastball low and outside. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Thomas listed on the roster as the sophomore for McAlester. His position's catcher and pitcher. First base, decent lead by Labus. 2-1. Curveball waits on it, fouls it back. Count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Going to have to keep a mental note of the balls and strikes here with no scoreboard working today. But 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Ben Thomas. Nobody out, runner at first. On deck is Blade Smith. Coming set in a quiet ballpark here at Willow Canyon High School. The 1-2 pitch misses low. Evens up the count at 2-2. Not a save situation here for Miles Lang Heinrich, but a chance for him to get some work with a comfortable 9-run lead. 10-1 is our score. It's 3 in the first, 1 in third, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth. They've scored in every inning but the second. Next pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss for strike 3. That 5 spot in the order for McAlester has got the hat trick there. 1 on, 1 out. Brings up Blade Smith. He's flown out to right and grounded out back to the pitcher. Miles is rocking the low stirrups today. If you know what that is, it's the shorter pants there, kind of riding down to the bottom, with the stirrups slightly being visible right above the shoes as the first pitch misses to Smith for ball 1. Anytime we get a little bit of a breeze here in Arizona, I know that you guys in Oklahoma, if you're listening from Oklahoma, 50-mile-per-hour winds and really cold outside right now, but we are begging for a little bit of a breeze here. 1-0 pitch misses low with the fastball for ball 2 to Smith. So Smith way ahead in the count, 2-0. There it is, kind of blowing in too. Thank you, Lord. Kind of miss the wind sweeping down the plains sometimes. 2-0 the count. And the pitch. Curveball. Outer half, called strike 1. It's not a long looping curveball. It's a 12-6 break, but it's a sharp break right near the end of its travel. Count to 2-1. Blade Smith looking for his first hit of the day. McAllister's been held to just 4 hits. And the pitch. And he flies this one right and well out of play. Count moves to even at 2-2. McAllister's, again, if my count is right, they've only been out hit. I think it's 6-4, maybe 7-4 here. But yeah, they trail by 9. Count even at 2-2. And the pitch to Blade. Ground ball right side, chance for the double play. Ford, eats up the second baseman, picks it back up, throws to first base, and Smith's there in time. First error of the day for Chaparral. They had a 4-6-3 double play. That kind of ate up the second baseman. I don't know if that was a bad hop or what, but he was in a good position. Monroe over there at second and just ate him up. They ended up getting the double play to get out of the bases loaded situation back in the previous inning. But Smith will reach on an E4 to bring to the plate Brody Parker. Parker is grounded out to second and struck out swinging. At second and the pitch. Curveball right where Williams wanted it. Pounds the mitt, strike one. Looking back at second base. Lang Heinrich the pitch. A fastball that missed just high. Eye level there of Parker. Moved the count to 1-1 strike. Yeah, that's 7 hits. So McAllister's been hit 7-4. Next pitch, curveball way off of it is Parker. Looks like he was out in front 2 on the curveball, and now Parker down in the count 1-2 strikes. Runners at first and second with 1 down. Still a chance for the double play for Chaparral here. Parker looking to connect. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball whiffed at it. Right where he wanted it, and Miles got him swinging. Another strikeout recorded by the Chaparral pitching staff. That is now strikeout number 8 of the Buffs. And Langston Weeger comes up 0 for 1 today. He has walked and struck out looking. Runners at first and second with 2 down now. Buffalo's looking to be turned away for what is that'd be a 5th consecutive inning. First pitch fastball at the knees, so I don't think Weeger agreed, called strike 1, but that's been a strike all day. Lang Heinrich kind of finding a groove. This next pitch is a ground ball right side. Second chance for the second baseman, Monroe Fields. Throws to first in time for out number 3, and I think that's ball game. I don't know what are the run rules here then? Because the catcher goes back to the home plate umpire, shakes his hand and says, "Thank you, sir." And there'll be high fives for the defense as well, because the field was coming over back towards the third base dugout, and catcher Williams told everybody, "Hey, we won the game. Go do the handshakes over there like they do in the Major League Baseball. If you see them win a game, they do all the handshakes and high fives over between second and home." Well, they do the handshakes and high fives, and that's going to be a run rule after 6 innings. So I'm going to have to be well versed in the run rule there, just as some people are over here in Arizona as well. But the final score is 10-1. Arizona in the Best of the West Festival, and surprise Arizona. McAlester drops their 7th in a row. Chaparral run rules McAlester 10-1 in 6 innings. So when we return, we will be talking about the McAlester Buffaloes and kind of how they did today, summarizing it all when we return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, your #1 choice in septic and excavation needs. We offer septic install, aerobics, lagoons, water and sewer installation, and leak repairs, trenches, irrigation lines, or dirt work of any kind. Aquaholic Septic and Excavation is family owned and operated. Call us today at 918-210-7115 or look us up on Facebook for a free quote. Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, great work at an honest price.
At Vigorous Power Sports, we ride what we sell, so we know what works. U-Force U10 XL Pro Highland, sealed cab with HVAC, ride sync, and a power dump box. Year-round ready C-Force 950 Sport, V-Twin Muscle Sport Suspension, carves hard, land soft. C-Force 1000 Overland, top-tier fit finish and firepower in a quad. Count on us for parts and service long after the sale. CF Moto, experience more. Vigorous Power Sports, 1904 South Main, 918-423-3306. Motorcycles and off-road vehicles can be dangerous to operate. Review all safety information before operating. Wear your safety gear. Never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines. Are you waking up tired or sore every morning? Oh, my back! It may be time for a new mattress. Right now, during our mega tax refund sale at Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, you can buy a king mattress and pay the queen price, or buy a queen mattress and pay the full-size mattress price. Plus, we offer no credit-needed financing and fast delivery. Family owned and operated since 1989. We are here to help you find the right mattress for your body and your budget. Find us on Facebook, Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, 5 South 5th Street in beautiful McAlester.
Lee Auto Sales. We buy, sell, and trade. Super prices, easy terms, and fast approval. Choose the dealer who cares. Choose Lee Auto Sales. We finance and we have the largest used car inventory in McAlester.
Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude?
Come by 2431 North George Nye Expressway in McAlester and let us show you why we have been voted the #1 choice for the best pre-owned car lot. Lee Auto Sales. We sell quality, not quantity. Let us help you. Call 918-423-7887. Visit us online at leautosalesok.com. So go see Chan the man. Who can? Chan can.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs, whether residential or commercial. First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. We update our listings daily. If it's on the market, you'll find it at first-realty.net. If you have any questions, call us at 918-423-3122.
We return to Willow Canyon High School in Surprise, Arizona, where the McAlester Buffaloes just, in all honesty, never had it close with the Chaparral Wolverines. With a 3-run first inning behind some walks and hit by pitches, McAlester lost another game. That has been the reason why they have lost most of their games. Or not the reason, but the biggest reason McAllister's been losing their games has just been the free passes given up and good teams teeing off when they get ahead of counts. And McAlester saw it rear its ugly head once again, and the score 10-1 in 6 innings. That's the final score, and I'll give you my final thoughts after we look at our final stats. Post-game stats are brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, Shakota Wholesale Feed Company in Shakota, and Apex Feed in Wilburton for all your spring feeding program needs. Beginning with the Buffaloes, Jackson McKinney went 0-for-2 with 2 groundouts and a walk. Grant Mullins 3-for-3 with 3 singles. He had 3 out of McAllister's 4 hits today. Denver Durant 0-for-3 with a strikeout. Cole Lavis 1-for-2 with an RBI triple, a strikeout, and a walk. Blake Junkins 0-for-2, 2 Ks. Ben Thomas came in for him. He struck out as well. Blade Smith, went 0-for-3, reached on an error in his final plate appearance. Brody Parker 0-for-3 with 2 Ks. Langston Weaker 0-for-2 with a strikeout and a walk. Gavin Brumley 0-for-1 with a ground out and a walk. The loss today goes to Lucas Johns. McAllister threw 3 pitchers today: Lucas Johns, Wilson Alford, and John Andrew Marchant. McAllister struck out 6. They walked or hit 14 batters in 6 innings of work, and that's just the thing that keeps on rearing its ugly head against McAllister. If I'm looking at just the last 3 games that they've had, all of them in tournament play, let me see here. And some of them aren't even a full 7 innings here. That's the issue. So in 41 free passes given up in 18 innings of play, and that is just not good enough. It's not close to good enough, and the McAllister Buffaloes know that as well. And until they find a way to be able to get that down towards the 5, I mean, you got to get down to like 5 or 6 at least a game if you want to compete against teams like Chaparral. McAllister was made the plays that they needed to against Carl Albert on Friday to have 9 free passes, and despite that, only trailed 2-1 going into the 7th inning, and maybe a swing away from leading the game going into the top of the 7th inning as well. But McAllister has got to find a way to throw strikes. That has been the Achilles heel of this team. But things that made it even more rough in this game, McAllister had 4 errors as well. They struggled to hit the ball. Their strikeouts accumulated up to 8, I think, through 6 innings. And they also kicked the ball around, too. So just an overall bad day for McAllister. And the problem is you want to have this stop rolling down the hill. You want to be able to stop this boulder and push it back up the hill. But it's always harder to push a boulder back up the hill than it is to just let it go and roll. And that is why when you get into a rut like this, it can really roll. So McAllister, until they can turn it around and find a spark to get things going in the opposite direction of where they're going right now, and it starts with having to throw strikes. And if McAllister can do that and keep their bats hot for what they've majority of the season they've been that way, we're going to see if the Buffs can get that back and going tomorrow. That's the beauty about baseball. There's always another day, and they'll have a chance to win 2 games tomorrow. That will be over at, I think, 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. our time, and it'll be 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. your time. But let's continue on with our stats. The Chaparral Wolverines, they are now 2-1 on the year. Colton Paminer went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Max Schwartz hit for him. He was 0 for 1 with a fly out to first. Carson Monroe went 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout and a walk. Tommy Humphrey was 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch and walked 2. Beckett Bacon went 1 for 1 with an RBI. He walked 3 times. Madden Kretzer was 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a walk. Kendrick Perrell, he went 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. He was hit by a pitch twice. Nick Gagnon was 0 for 0 with a walk. Carter Adams 0 for 1 with 2 walks, a strikeout, and an RBI sac fly. Breck Johnson 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Luke Williams was the top hitter for the Wolverines out of the 9 spot. He was 2 for 3 with 2 RBI on a 2-ribby single and also had a double in today's game. Kane Morris does get the win. Miles Lane Heinrich came in, but he doesn't get a win or a save. He just got some work today to close down the door. The Wolverines had 7 hits. They out-hit McAlester just 7-4 with their run rule victory in 6 innings. They struck out 8 McAlester batters, walked 4, just 1 error for the Wolverines. And like I said, it was just a complete domination by the Wolverines. They did the little things that McAlester just had trouble doing. And until McAlester does the little things right, the big things like wins against good teams just aren't going to happen. And that's the best way to summarize this game and to summarize this little rough stretch that they've been on right now. Yes, they're playing good teams, but McAlster's not putting themselves into good positions. We'll see if they put themselves into a better position tomorrow at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time and 3 p.m. Central Time over in Oklahoma for you, the listener. And speaking of which, we'd like to thank you, the listener, and also our sponsors for putting us on here today. Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank & A, Fenton Nissan, Wallace Properties, S&S Outdoor Services, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester, Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, Vickers Power Sports, Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, Lee Auto Sales, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, First Realty Inc., Mill Creek Carpet and Tile, and Kennedy Eye Care. So a big thank you to our board operator, Wyatt Hubbard, for his work this morning into afternoon for our time here in Arizona. And thank you, the listener, for spending your Monday midday with us as well. First pitch time today was 10 a.m. on the dot, Mountain Standard Time. Final pitch time was 12:22 here in Arizona for a total game time of 2 hours and 22 minutes. So one final time from Willow Canyon High School in Surprise, Arizona. From day one, game one of the Best of the West Festival, it was the Chaparral Wolverines out of Colorado 10, and your McAlester Buffaloes 1 in 6 innings. Until tomorrow when we play 2 from Arizona, this is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great day, have a Buffalo day, everybody.
You've been listening to Live McAlester Buffalo Baseball. Today's game has been brought to you by Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, W.E. Alford Propane, The Bank N.A., Fenton Nissan, Wallace Properties, S&S Outdoor Services, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of McAlester, Aquaholic Septic and Excavation, Vickers Power Sports, Taney Hill Furniture and Mattress, Lee Auto Sales, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air LLC, First Realty Inc., Mill Creek Carpet and Tile, and Kennedy Eye Care. This has been a presentation of McAlester Radio Sports. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.